Our ancestors built the first city as a beacon of peace on Earth. And it almost was. Until one night, an unseen force plucked it from the very face of the Earth and placed it under unfamiliar stars. It was a bountiful world with no sign of civilization. A world we named Paragon. With no way to return home, we adapted. New governments were built from the seeds of our past, and with them grew new ways of life. But the vices of old still festered. Organized crime bled out from the shadows and took root, preying on the foundation of our new home. But this world had one more surprise in store. A mysterious element in the atmosphere that gave a fraction of the population superhuman abilities. Under the leadership of the city's first hero, the Age of Legends had begun. 300 years later, Paragon thrives under the protection of its champions. And yet, the shadows of the past still linger. When darkness rises, it will fall to the next generation of young heroes to defend the first city.
Welcome to the First City, the show where the competition is healthy and the roles are stealthy.
Whoa!
Mm-hmm.
Oh, quiet.
Yeah, I thought of that like 60 seconds. Oh, my true meaning of stealthy roles will come to light very quickly, because that is right. We are back with Team Pantheon, and I am positively vibrating because this is the official start of our tournament arc.
Yes,
Woo!
Yes, yes.
Is the stealth portion going to be that you're going to lie to us about the roles?
No, I just will not going to tell you the results of them when they don't pertain to you.
Oh no!
What are you talking about?
The most terrifying thing a DM can do is just randomly roll behind the screen. Or like,
And then just start gaslighting you.
yeah. What do you mean? No, it's not important.
I'm not
Don't
rolling
worry
right now.
about it.
Don't worry about it.
Well, nothing to do but to do it. So,
Ah!
before we get into it, let's have a little previously
Bars.
on the First City. So, last time, at least last time with Team Pantheon, Haramon and Bang Bang returned to Moonlight Academy after a month-long vacation. Though for both of them, that vacation was filled with some amount of work and responsibility.
It was a working vacation.
Yeah, a bit, yeah. A vacation in which they spent a healthy amount of time determining whether or not they were going to sign up for the upcoming Champions debut. The tournament meant to showcase the brand new, fresh licensed hero teams that are going to be out on the streets with their team leaders very soon, to instill a sense of confidence in the new generation of young heroes, especially on the heels of everything that has recently occurred in the city and beyond. It is a tense time. And ultimately, our wonderful Team Pantheon did indeed sign up. But we also then transitioned over to another team, and I won't recap much of what happened there, not until these guys actually see it. But for now, all I will say is that across the city, at the Legends Institute, we ended another team's first introductory episode with the viewing of the official announcement of the both Moonlight and Legends students who are going to be debuting themselves, competing in the tournament, because there is a tournament happening simultaneously over at the Legends Institute. And eventually, the winners of both tournaments will go head-to-head, school versus school.
Ben and Kyle, we miss you.
Yeah.
Yeah, peek behind the
Wow.
curtain. Eric and I have not seen the
We ain't
The-
seen nothing yet.
They do not
and
know what
they-
happened.
They haven't seen ours. And I
Yes.
probably won't see the first episode until like the next time we film our section because of it, I'm slow at editing, so it's like we have no idea what's
They've
going
only
on
seen
over
the
there.
BB announcement, right?
Yes, and that is what I'm
Okay.
getting at, because their episode, their first episode, ended as they watched on TV BB's bio come to light, in particular, that it came with a pre-recorded message about the true nature of her mother and her alleged misdeeds.
Hey, what's up? I'm in this tournament. I've also suffered trauma.
Vote for me.
Vote for me.
Now, Team Pantheon's last episode also ended with BB, but a few nights before, the night that you signed up, that Friday, the announcements went out Monday, but that Friday night, we found BB at Triple Decker's, and Triple Decker had just revealed that BB's father
Papa?
is in town. He is in the first city. And we are going to pick back up, in fact, where both episodes ended last. We fade back in on a pair of side-by-side panels, both of BB's face. The first, her face signing off that nervous but still resolved smile. Freeze-framed in that news report. The next panel over, it's a similar composition of shot of BB's face, but now with the expression she currently holds. Back, winding the clocks back to that Friday night, as she reacts to what Decker has just said, as he sat across from you.
What? My dad? Like Sal Richmond. That's, or is he going by a different name now?
Well, that's the interesting bit, isn't it? A man like that, he's got a history of not being seen or heard from if he doesn't want to.
Yeah, he's got a lot of names.
So the fact that my sources have found that he's going by his traditional name, that he's not trying to hide his presence, he's simply in town. Well, that's a bit interesting to a man like me.
All right. Sorry, I got flabbergasted for a second there. What? How long has he been in town? Why
Not
did
long.
it take so long? Okay.
Well, last he was spotted was only a couple days ago.
Do you know why he's here?
Oh, that's the rub, isn't it? He's been spotted just going about his normal business, getting groceries, staying at a hotel. A nice one, as far as we can tell. Though some of my less reputable sources, those with eyes and ears in the shadows and the nooks where others might not seek to look, they're the ones who have brought me the most interesting tidbit, which I am happy to now share with you, if you want it.
You said nooks. Sorry, I thought you said nooks. I was like, he's hiding in the nooks. No. Whoa, sorry. There's a lot of information. Yeah, I want to know. Please. That's why I'm here.
Well, to the casual observer, it would seem as though he's here for personal reasons, not particularly on business, though, as you know, he is a man who wears many disguises, so just because he's out in the open as himself doesn't mean he's not on some kind of mission. But he has been spotted in the vicinity of Moonlight Academy.
What? Hey, he ain't come to see, like, me? Like, he hasn't...
My sources tell me that he's
He's just, like, out at, like, Don's grocery store and then around Moonlight Academy, and he's just here?
I can tell this is a very emotional subject for you. And I do
What would give you
appreciate
that impression?
Don't mistake my kindness here, friend. This has been a mutually beneficial arrangement up until this point. The information I give you, I'm trusting that you're going to use it in a way that doesn't incriminate me or my business. And if
I'm
it
not
does,
gonna
well,
narc on you. You know.
Oh, of course not. Of course not. Didn't mean to make any implications. I simply mean to tell you that what you do from here, well, I can't be involved any further. A man like that, personal business or not, is not someone I particularly need to be tangling with right now. The last thing I'll tell you is that he's got himself a ticket for the tournament.
That's the piece of information I kind of wish you hadn't told me, but I probably would have figured it out myself anyway. Are you gonna come see the tournament?
Oh, I'll be watching it here. There's good business in screening it on the big screens. Brings in a lot of business.
Well, just know you got a pretty solid bet with Team Pantheon.
Well, I'll be rooting for you. Now that you're licensed, I think in the future there could be a very lucrative relationship.
Yeah. We'll see about that, but hey, Decker, like, really, thank you. Not just for this, but for letting me come here and, like, intern or whatever I'm doing. I really appreciate all of it.
Well, maybe I'm getting soft in my old age. But I meant what I said before. This has been a mutually beneficial arrangement. Now, I've helped you out in a seemingly important and frankly difficult, risky way. If I should need something in the future, well, I can only hope that Team Pantheon will be as generous.
Maybe not a whole Team Pantheon, but I certainly will be as generous as I can be. And hey, Pantheon herself, maybe too. If I can convince her. Can I roll a check to see if he's holding anything back?
Yeah.
What am I rolling?
So we're back in that insight situation, right?
Yeah.
So you can do willpower for a general vibe, or you can play it by ear and go for a specific insight lens. But if you choose a lens that isn't necessarily relevant, then it'll pull up something.
Willpower. Let's do it. 2 out of 2! Let's go!
Yay!
Okay, this is
That's
something
our-
is.
Oh yeah, he's very
Yeah,
good.
This is his whole deal.
At being like, there's nothing. That's
All
our very
whammies.
sketchy uncle.
Low money, all whammies. Low money, all whammies.
Oh, the secret rules have already started.
Oh no!
Did you hear that? Like,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna start rolling stuff and just go. Okay.
He smiles at you. And there's a moment where that smile turns a little bit wicked. Because you know in an instant that he has caught you trying to size him up. And that smile becomes plastered across his face, eyes almost snake-like, as he revels in the fact that you have no idea what is true out of his mouth at any given time.
My God.
Yeah, I know. Well, you're fucking who you are. I might as well try to defying gravity rather than read you. But I had to try, you know. Someday I'll peek behind the curtain.
Well, that should be a very interesting day. Until then, you should get some rest.
Yeah. I suppose you're right. But I'm gonna do one more chili dog and then I'll go.
Last one's on the house. For all your hard work.
Cheers to you, my friend. And as Decker leaves, I think BB sits in that like quiet, soundproof booth and is eating, but is also just kind of. Why does this? I don't know. This feels so innocuous, but it feels so right. She's just tracing circles on the table with her finger.
Yeah.
And then eventually she gets up, hoodie up, and heads out of the club.
You head out. It's a Friday night. Things are pretty lively in Subterra Neon right now. So just with your hood up, you kind of move through the crowd and just kind of disappear into it as we push in on your face. And I have a question for you, actually, Eric. Do you tell your team or anyone else that you want to actually have a scene about at some point over this weekend? Anything about this? Or do I transition over to Monday when your announcement comes out?
I think I would tell Haramone, but it's not going to be now.
And it's not going to be before Monday?
No. She's sitting on that and kind of letting that roll around in her head. She picks up her phone and starts to text Hargrove, and then is like, nah, and puts it down, and then just looks longingly out the window. She's listening to like Boy Genius or some indie shit.
Then we turn the page over to Monday morning. Now, ordinarily, classes should be starting, and you have signed up for combat philosophy early on Monday.
Fuck, 8 a.m. God damn,
However,
I forgot.
You were informed beforehand at some point over the weekend that Monday classes are actually not starting this week. The rest of classes will, but Monday classes are off simply because the announcements are coming out, and it's a big deal. Everyone is watching. Everyone will be distracted. They know it's not a good time to have classes. So you don't have to go to that. But you are all queued up, and we kind of catch back up to that moment where we left off with the other team. Now, from your perspective, as BB's message fades off and Jack Lopez is with another anchor and sort of discussing the implications, talking about how this might shake up the dynamic and how odd it is that an exception has been made that the third member of Team Pantheon has not come completely forward, that there is an addendum of something forthcoming.
Oh no, I was envisioning that Haramone's announcement they're not on the roster at all on Monday.
So there's just nothing there.
Nothing from Haramone on Monday, which BB would know that there is a plan surrounding this. So it's not.
Yeah. No, sorry, you finish what you're saying.
Yeah, so it's not, BB is not alarmed, or no one on Team Pantheon is alarmed that Haramone's submission is not in the announcements on Monday.
I was more curious, is it then just Silhouette and I has signed up? Because Jeremy would also not have been submitted, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
So so they see a 2-person team then, and they are talking about how interesting of a dynamic that is, because that's not something that normally happens. I apologize, I misunderstood. I thought there was there's another team member, but more later.
This is the 6th Power Ranger.
But they don't do that. It's fully just nothing.
Nothing.
That's very
on
interesting.
Monday.
Okay. So instead, what they're mainly talking about is, where's Jeremy?
Hashtag where's Jeremy?
And the Tara Baker discussion begins to sort of take over, and eventually Jack Lopez is the one who starts to transition, because he's a professional and he knows there's a time and a place, and this moment, this announcement has a purpose. And as you're all watching together, Pantheon kind of squeezes your hand. She nods to you, knowing. She was there with you when you filmed it.
Yeah.
In Prestigious Studio. She was off camera. She was supporting you the whole way through the same way that she has this whole month.
I squeeze her hand and I say, I hope the other students aren't like thinking that I'm just trying to show off or like take I don't know, the spotlight away from everyone else and everyone else signing up.
If anything, you're moving the spotlight that's already on you onto something important.
That's a better way to think about it.
From what I've seen, the heroes on our side of the equation tend to have to be a little opportunistic when it comes to like PR and stuff in terms of gaining like traction in the eye of the public. So if anyone on this campus thinks that they're an idiot,
Silhouette snorts.
I think honestly, Herman and Silhouette would have been at the studio too if they were willing to go. Yeah. So they're all seeing. I think BB would have asked Herman for notes while doing it, and then we're all sitting and watching it together.
So that conversation, like I said, Jack Lopez does divert back and is just announcing the teams, very briefly discussing them. And you do see who the other teams are that have signed up.
Let's go!
okay, I'm gonna write this down.
And you
Please.
see very notably that for the team tournaments, including yourself, this is a historically low number of signups.
Whoa.
Including Team Pantheon, there are only 3 teams who have signed up.
What the fuck?
This has happened before, but it's not happened in a long time.
Out of
And
how
it's
many
very
teams?
rare. Usually a lot.
12.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. And I think you would be aware as well that, different teams who are tight with each other, going up into this tournament, you guys aren't really supposed to talk about, like, I'm going to sign up, I'm going to sign up, I'm going to sign up, right? It's like an unofficial rule, right? Not to discuss that. However, this is a particularly tight-knit group of first years because you've been through a lot. And different sort of friendships across teams, there's been an air of like vague understanding that not everyone feels like competition is it right now. And there are teams who have talked to each other who have sort of decided like, between us, only one of us really needs to do it. Some teams like that. So you kind of saw it coming that it wouldn't be that many.
But who is it?
Silhouette has put forward an interesting idea that it might be that actually they really wanted Team Pantheon to like be in the spotlight, but no one's confirmed it. Silhouette has just sort of like said that with a half joking, like half worried, like,
Like what if it's orchestrated?
what if that's what it is?
Yeah.
Eric
would
by
say,
the other teams. The other teams saying
Yeah.
they just want you guys to
Oh,
have the moment.
to have the pressure.
Eric says but BB would be like, but we were gonna fight.
I know.
We were all gonna fight each other and it was gonna be fun.
But the other 2 teams are, as you already know because you crossed paths with them, Team Indigo.
Okay.
Yes. And the third and final team that you'll be going up against is Team Prestige.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah.
No Helix?
Not in the team tournament.
Damn. That's sus. Come on, boy.
Mhm.
But speaking of question mark, individual bouts?
Oh yeah, did they announce that now too?
They do.
Did they announce the brackets?
They do not announce the brackets.
Fuck.
That comes later because they want full focus on the teams first
Mhm.
while it's their moment, right?
Yeah.
But they do announce who is going to be fighting in the individual bouts. And I will go ahead and tell you right now. Let me go ahead and pull up my note.
Number
here.
1, it's Dr. Guest. No one thought he was gonna join. He has.
He technically can't because he's not a student, but they let him in anyways because he asked nicely.
And he's just now suddenly a teacher.
There are 8 total signups, including you.
What?
Haramon,
Mhm.
Bang Bang,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Helix,
Duh.
Mhm.
Uber duh.
Monarch,
I fucking called
Let's
it.
go, Monarch.
Backtrack,
Also,
Mhm.
also duh.
Poltergeist,
Ooh. That makes
Mr.
sense.
Menagerie,
Yeah.
Also Uber duh.
I'm
and
gonna
UV Rain.
Ooh.
Oh.
You fucking called
I
it.
fucking called it. When right after we filmed the first episode, I was like, Helix Uber duh, Mr. Menagerie, because he practically told us,
Yeah.
and also his whole deal. And then we've been talking about this character, UV Rain.
Yeah. Who's that?
They're on Cause and Effects team.
She is on Cause and Effect team, which, aside from Team Indigo, is the only other team that we haven't really seen yet that you guys have not really interacted with. But
Mhm.
UV Rain is on Cause and Effect team, and she has a very interesting power.
Is
Yeah.
it cause and effect or causing effect?
Cause and Effect. They are
Okay.
two people.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, they're
Two
siblings.
people, one
They're the
team.
only team that has two squad leaders.
That's rad.
And then I was like, it would be really fun if I had to fight Monarch. I think that'd be so fun. Which
Yeah.
that we don't know who's gonna fight who.
Yeah.
Because he hasn't told me. And then I was like, it would be really fun if Backtrack had to fight Helix too. Wow.
I would
my
honestly like
sense.
to. I want to fight Backtrack. I don't know how that would go.
I think that'd be really fun.
Yeah.
I love the tournament arc.
Call him
will
by his
also-
real name in front of all these people. Put him on fucking blast.
Speaking of real names, though,
Uh-huh.
as you're watching, the conversation shifts to the notion of the individual bouts. And they don't talk too much about it. They just give first impressions because, like I said, they want to really focus on the team tournament first.
But again, Haramon is not listed. So they're like, it's a 7-person
Yes.
seed? What?
Yeah. Or do they have an 8th person, but it's question marked?
No, I think they're just not there.
It's just hard not listed for
Just
sure.
hard not listed.
Yeah.
That-
So
Not to give anything away, you know? Sorry, I threw you off.
yeah, a little bit. It's okay. So you see the conversation linger a little bit on the first impression of the individual fighters. All of them, their secret identities are intact, right? On the Moonlight side,
Mhm.
but one is not, and you knew this.
Besides me?
Yeah, Mr. Menagerie. Mr.
Oh,
Menagerie
right,
does not have a secret identity. He is Scott Silverland. He has made that choice, and that's out there. But the conversation lingers on him for a moment, not only because he's already from a famous family. His parents are heroes who went public not that long ago, about 7-ish years ago. But the reason why it's lingered on is going back to the teams on the Legends side, because those are being announced here as well. And going through them, like, you know, some of the famous teams there, right? So, Steel Soldier, of course, is a big deal. And you guys being like scholars of Tonatris know that Steel Soldier is like an original sort of heroic figure, one who has bridged the gap between government heroes and Moonlight by working with Tonatris, working with Nova. Very old school. There's another hero called Tabula Rasa. There's another team leader, Dr. Nanite. But it's the final squad on the Legends side in the team tournament that draws Jack Lopez's attention, because the final team on the Legends side that is competing is Team Alpha Wave, who is better known by his public identity, John Silverland.
Oh no!
Oh fuck!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh god!
Scott, we gotta kill your dad. I'm sorry.
We're not gonna fight his dad, though.
We're gonna fight his dad.
Well, his team has to win first.
That's true.
And they've got stiff competition. But I'm curious to know, when that information comes up, because Haramon, you've made a specific point during your friendship. We've discussed this off camera, that you only really know the surface level information that, his parents are famous, that they're a hero duo. But beyond that, you haven't pressed, right? You haven't gone out of your way to research it. You've waited for him to tell you, which he hasn't really.
Mhm.
So how do you react to this information?
Well, I think Haramon has researched them a little bit, just because they're like, well, I might meet them because it's a tournament time, like that's the whole thing, is that like the parents and family come to this event. Like I might meet them, so I shouldn't look like an ass. So Haramon has researched a little bit, but it's all been surface level, what you find in the news. It hasn't been like forums on Future Reddit or anything like that. Or like it hasn't even been like interviews on like Good Morning America or The View, where you kind of see like the personalized or like personality of them. It's
At
just
home
straight
with
up
Alpha Wave.
for real. Like it's just news stuff of like what they've done. So I think Haramon thinks back to the conversation they just had like a couple days earlier with Scott. And they go, oh, I get the context a little bit more.
BB, fully having followed them since they dropped their real names and knowing who Scott is, just does a really close-up image of Alpha Wave's name on the screen and then just texts it to Scott with woof.
Actually?
Yeah, as a joke.
Okay.
He told us his real name.
Okay.
We know who his parents are.
No, that's
It's a
tasty.
joke. We have a fun relationship.
What do you get back?
I think she also sends the like sweating, tired, kind of scared emoji where it's all red and like.
You just get haha, no punctuation.
BB not knowing enough about texting to read that as bad, just is like, that was funny.
Oh no. She grew during the month, but she didn't grow that much.
Exactly.
There's a pause where you see the bubbles of typing. And it stops. And it starts again and it stops. And then it stops for good for like a few seconds. And then you get, that was really impressive what you did.
Oh god, no, I didn't imagine this. I didn't think this was gonna be emotional. Is it just that? Oh, oh fuck. I think I drop a pin of House Pantheon, and it just says here if you need anything. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah, and that is it.
Or,
and then from
like,
that point, it's just.
I think it's also like somebody from Moonlight's gonna win. That's it.
From that point, it's really just speculation, talking about what the tournament might be like. I think at that point, there's a point at which Silhouette goes like, I don't super want to watch this anymore. I don't know about you guys.
Cartoons.
Yeah.
I think Baby's still probably live updating her phone and like looking at any other information that comes out as it comes out.
Yeah.
And then maybe leans over to Haramon and is like, so are you announcing tomorrow or?
Yeah, Haramon is looking at their phone as well. I think they created socials when they arrived, in volume 1. But it wasn't really like they didn't use it that much. But now they're heavily looking at, all of the future Twitter threads, all of the, future Reddit posts. Like they're going to be keeping up with all of the hubbub of just like the people of the city and their thoughts. So they're looking at their phone, and when you say that, they look up and they go, Yeah, so when did BB's one go live?
When did it air?
Yeah, when did it air?
During this. Yeah.
Which is in the morning?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it tomorrow, but like maybe closer to noon, maybe. Just to
sure.
give everyone like a full day and then some to like go meow 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 meow, and then we'll hit them with the second punch.
Are you doing like a full video too, or are you just doing like a, hey, I'm also here. This is what I'm about and why I'm doing this text thing?
More that.
Okay, for sure. Well, I can't wait to read it.
Me too. I mean, I did read it and I did sort of like edit it a little bit, but it was
course.
mostly not written by me, so.
All right, breakfast, everyone.
So I will say the tournament, the team tournament is officially going to take place on Saturday.
Okay.
This coming Saturday.
Whoa.
And this was Monday.
Wow.
So throughout the week, you do have your classes, and you can go about that. If there's anything that you want to touch on during that week, anything that you guys do, any preparations, we can definitely talk about that. But I do want to mention that the next day, Tuesday, is your first day of the tapestry, which is Dr. Guest's class.
Oh, right.
It's on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So that's at 11 a.m. And I'm not sure if your thing goes out before or after that.
I think how long is the class supposed to be? Hour, 2 hour?
Like an hour and a half.
So it'll go during. Like there'll be 30 minutes of class left.
So it's 11:30 to 1. Or no, it's 11 to 1:30. No.
That's
1 hour and a
hours.
half. Do math.
12
Do
12 to 1:30.
11 to 12.
11 to 12:30.
Yes. So I think in that last 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And Dr. Guest would know this information, I think. Especially because the class is the plan is happening during his class. At 12, Haramon just like pulls out their phone and puts it on FCNN.
Oh, I think that at noon, I feel like everyone in the class's phones just start buzzing.
Yeah.
At the exact same moment.
Yeah. And I think Dr. Guest immediately, he sees it and he knows what's going on.
What does Haramon see?
Well, that's to you to say what the actual announcement is.
Beep, 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 beep. It's just their submission, their like profiles that everyone who entered the tournament had to submit. It's just that posted now to whatever website is like lists is the tournament's like hub website. It's just that posted announcing not only that they're on Team Pantheon and going to be in the tournament, but also in their profile it states that they are from the Titan Wild, they are of the Costati, they are the first ambassador to the Costati. Something along the lines of, I look forward to something like cheesy and PR, but not cheesy, but just like something very PR of like, I look forward to showing you who I am and getting to know the people of First City, something like that. And I think Haramon is like 3, 2, 1, and they put it on the news, and it's like breaking news.
Mm-hmm.
The Costati in First City, that kind of thing.
Did they write that, the Costati, like your announcement, or did he write it?
It was like they mostly wrote it, and then I added a little bit of like, okay, we should change this because I think it'll be received better, that kind of thing.
For sure, collab.
Mm-hmm. And then also it announces that I'm going to be in the individual bouts as well. So there's that eighth person.
The preliminary reaction is like shock. like genuinely like even Jack Lopez doesn't quite know what to do with this.
Well, also he's met me, so he probably has a moment of like,
Oh.
what? You know.
Yeah.
This
And
whole
I don't
time?
think there's enough time to in this one moment, right? Because Dr. Guest fully stops the class to let this happen. And he watches with a smile on his face. And we get a shot of this classroom, which is like, it's kind of a bigger classroom than is needed for this. And so the students are kind of spread out. Teatro is fully in the back corner, like, but he's like paying close attention. Helix is front and center, just like,
It's truly the ultimate chaos squad for this information to be released. Baby
Yeah.
Loney's also there, right?
yeah. And she and Backtrack are sitting like next to each other as well. But it's like you're spread out all throughout the room. And when this information hits and everyone's in it, I think the first person to break the silence is Baby Loney, and she's gonna like,
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
right.
That's the vibe.
you listen close, you can hear the sound of a mic drop.
And I will say, not a couple hours, but like a couple of, we'll say 10 minutes later, maybe even 5, everyone at Moonlight, not just people in the hero track, but everyone at Moonlight gets an email saying Hermone is not going to take any interviews before the start of the tournament, and we are requesting that everyone doesn't answer or entertain any questions about them either until they begin answering questions and doing interviews. So
Hell yeah.
radio silence essentially has been requested until at least Saturday. Or I guess Sunday, technically.
When the hype dies down a little bit in the room, Dr. Guest walks over to you and smiles and says, "And so the tapestry grows."
Oh my god.
Now, continuing where we left off.
I was wondering if that was a transition back into class.
Let us discuss the implications of, well, implications. And we sort of fade off of a very philosophical discussion, but I think a lot of the people in the room are kind of distracted. Eventually the bell rings and
I think you hear, as it fades out, BB leans over to Hermione and goes, "What am I supposed to take notes on?"
Just anything that catches your ear, I guess.
Implications underlined.
Yeah, we're taking this class because he asked us to. But I don't know if we're 100% the audience to take this class.
And I will say, it is a lot more detailed and informative than I could reasonably execute. Like Dr. Guest's version of this, it would be very discussion based. And at first, like, there's a couple of people who are like, not, you know, and Backtrack and Baby Loney immediately reveal themselves as like the kids who will speak up when no one else will, but adults.
Yeah.
Helix just waits, and then when there's a beat of silence, when no one quite has something to contribute that feels relevant, he'll just say one thing that is like extremely profound and then just like sit back.
Is this also
course.
like us full like Socratic circle with
No,
Dr.
you guys are
Guest
just
in the middle?
scattered around the room.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, but this first class is very much about you guys discussing notable moments throughout history that led you to specific decisions throughout your life. And
Oh.
that discussion takes most of the class, and you
Baby-
start to see that those connective threads forming.
We're living one right now.
Yeah. And then the bell rings and he dismisses you, and he sort of stands at the door, like holds it open for everybody. And Helix and Backtrack try to walk through at the same time and stop and kind of bump into each other and look, and then they take another step and stop, and then Backtrack steps back and goes, "After you." Helix kind of snaps to and nods, looks back at you guys, doesn't really say anything, but just smiles at you and goes on his way.
Hermon like bowls past Backtrack so that they're equidistant from Helix and Backtrack and goes, testosterone makes you guys so fucking weird.
Wait, I was distracted. Okay.
It's more to Backtrack, really.
Tapestry is the last class that we have today, right?
Yeah.
BB is absolutely trying to what's the word I'm looking for? I'm trying to observe Team Indigo training. But secretly. Reconnaissance, I think, is the word I'm looking for.
Okay. Roll stealth. Agility, unless you have a stealth skill. Or, I mean, it's agility anyway, but...
I definitely don't have a stealth skill. I'm trying to figure out which dice I want to roll. I need the right collection of dice to get me through. No, that feels wrong. Gotta be this one. Okay, here we go. That's cocked. Okay. We're talking numbers. 5 out of 3.
Damn.
5?
I rolled 2 6s and a 5.
I rolled 4. So...
Whoa. Reconnaissance successful.
So you are not detected. You realize that, like, you know, Indigo's pretty smart, and you're not supposed to just be out in the open right now during this, right? This is not something, like, this is the reason why.
But, you know, there's, we've established previously in other seasons that there are public training grounds, and they have schedules that are public, and, you know, sometimes, you know, suddenly there's just times that are blocked off with nothing attached to it, and BB's like, huh, I wonder, and then shows up.
But that's the thing, right? The training schedule, like within the training cities are shut off. Their walls are erected in the training cities. You just cannot get in there. You're not allowed to go in there. And the thing is, like, that's not where you guys would be training right now anyway. You're encouraged to train somewhere on your own. So you would have to figure out and find where they are. And on that roll, you're able to look around and snoop around. I probably should have you do some sort of, like, investigative thing too. Because the first thing is to not be seen while you're doing it, right?
Sure.
And you succeeded in that. I need you to roll to see if you can figure out where they would be when there's no roster, when people are actively trying to train in secret.
This is intelligence.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Essentially a detective roll.
Thank God. 2 out of 2, a 6 and a 3. Why would you roll against this, though? This is just me figuring it out.
Because I have to set a DC.
That's fair. Okay.
And the DC is their ability to cover their tracks.
Okay, fair enough.
Makes sense.
Okay, what did you get?
I got a 2 out of 1. 2 out of 2.
2. So, you rolled a 2. Team Indigo rolled a 3. But it was a 3 out of 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yours was a full success.
Mm-hmm.
So there will be a relative success even though you don't succeed in that goal. You don't find them. But you do realize that they are actively training. You realize where they have trained before. And there's footage of them that you can go over, specifically via Pantheon. And she's willing to help you with that.
Okay.
So you can't see what they're doing now. You're not able to find out. You don't tip your hand, though. No one ever figures out that you were trying to look.
Mm-hmm.
But you realize if you approach Pantheon specifically, you can look at archive footage, which is allowed.
Okay.
During the time where you guys collaborate and stuff. You guys never had a mission with Team Indigo. That was not one of the teams you were paired up with during that phase of training. But other people were. And there are individual videos that your friends might have as well. So you can look at some older stuff and you get a feel for their powers.
I think Haramon will also do that. We'll be looking like NFL locker rooms, like analytical style of all the footage of everyone who's participating in the tournament for recon.
I think I'll also approach. I think we three-way collab on this, and then I go to Silhouette, and I'm like, the training cities are closed off right now, and you know, might be that we have to do a team challenge there. Would you want to maybe go invisible and try to see what we're up against?
You mean like sneak into the
Because if you
training
don't,
cities?
I am going to fully do it myself, and I can't go invisible. So this is me peer pressuring you into trying to help us with this.
But if we get caught, wouldn't that disqualify us
Fuck.
from the tournament?
Fuck, I didn't think about that.
There's that.
All right.
I mean,
Here to keep you
know,
honest.
I could try. There's a lot of.
Then leave that up to you.
But it'll be so much more fun if we don't know. And also,
Well-
I literally cannot get kicked out
Maybe
I can't handle that.
Silhouette
emotionally.
just hangs out in the general vicinity of the training grounds, and things might be brought in. Things, there's trucks going around there sometimes. Maybe you just see what's coming off the trucks, and that's not cheating. That's just going around your campus and being observant.
Well, I can tell you this. I've studied these tournaments my whole life. And what I do know is they're going to test skills that are not just combat. Combat will be a part of it, but usually there are things that are keyed to the strengths and weaknesses of those who are participating. And sort of a general breadth of like different kinds of heroes with different skills. There's probably going to be tech stuff. There's probably going to be combat. There's probably going to be athletic or agility based situations, but it's never as simple as just fighting. That's why they separate the team ones from the not team ones, right?
For sure.
So we're going to be tested in that way. As far as location, they've done it off campus before. They've done it in the training city, but we have 4 different training cities. And so which one it's going to be is always a mystery. That's why they shut them all down during the week leading up.
But you're so
But I can
smart,
bounce around.
You could probably deduce it,
Yeah.
Yeah, I could try that. I could definitely try that. But I will say this. Only 3 teams having signed up. That's only happened a few times before. Not often. Usually they do it in seeds, right? Just like they do with the individuals, where 2 teams will go up against each other at a time, and then they narrow it down over multiple, sessions in one day with breaks. Sometimes if there's a lot of teams, they'll do it over a full weekend or more. When there's only 3 teams, usually it's one big free-for-all with all 3 teams at once. And usually it's in a big environment.
like a training city.
Smart money's on one of them.
Well, I'm not gonna, do whatever you want. That's already a lot of information for us to work with. I'm gonna go keep watching more videos of the hot girl. The full team Indigo. Goodbye.
What you begin to realize as you watch videos taken by your friends when they were working with them for reference, like they send you.
Which of our friends are friends with them?
Ooh, that's an interesting question.
Gotta be Echo for
Yeah,
Echo.
Echo
Overtone for
actually
sure.
Echo is friendly with Overtone.
Echo just knows all the women I want to date. Like,
The thing is,
should I just be dating Echo? Like,
it seems like BB is attracted to a very specific energy, and Echo is attracted to that energy in friends too.
okay.
So that has worked out so far.
I need to maintain that friendship.
But Echo, is someone who loves music.
Mhm.
You know that Echo goes to her shows, and Echo is the first person to tell you, like, oh no, her band is actually good. Like, they're actually really good.
That's so cool.
Hmm.
That's just really cool. What does she fight like?
So what you gather is that her power is that she has a sonic scream. with it has
sick.
it's a Black Canary situation. She has
Yeah.
a sonic scream that she can direct out in like a cone of effect, and it doesn't seem like it affects her at all.
For sure.
In terms of like the sound of it, she doesn't wear earplugs or anything, so
Better teammates
either you
too.
have to be in the cone or her body is adapted to be okay with it.
For
What
sure.
you do know is that collar that she wears, and this takes a little bit more digging, but the collar that she wears actually helps her because she has a sort of permanent debilitation that comes with her power. And it's very dangerous passively. Her voice, when raised to a certain degree, can hurt someone. So, for example, without the collar, she wouldn't be able to just like scream normally. If she raises her voice enough, the damage will just happen. She wears it so that if something spooks her, right, and she screams or something, or she reacts to something, she won't kill someone by accident. You also know that she's not a martial artist, but she has a very like fisticuff sort of brawling style, almost like a MMA mixed martial arts, sort of like a self-defense class, like a general idea, almost like a tavern brawler with a little bit more edge. So if you get into a fight with her, she will be able to hold her own, but she's no martial artist
For sure.
like you.
There's
She's stronger than you think she is.
We definitely have a Pepe Sylvia board of the teams and like strategizing and shit. And under her it just says take away the collar equals no powers. Underlined.
Interesting. Oh.
Pink Man
Mm-hmm.
can stretch very far. It seems like he can stretch his arms at least to a distance of, say, 30 feet.
Damn.
Whoa.
You also see that he is actually very agile. He utilizes the fact that his body bounces to travel significant distances pretty quickly. And you also see that he, just like he said, he absorbs damage. So shooting him, there you see footage of like Team Quickstep, in fact. You see troubleshooter shooting dummy rounds into him, and he goes and then shoots them back out of his stomach.
That's pretty sick.
He doesn't seem particularly strong or anything. He doesn't have any like martial arts scrapping, anything like that. It just seems like he stretches really far and he's fast and he bounces and reflects damage. Kind of a tank. And then last but not least, Light Rider, who you learn you have a connection to Echo, right? Who's a good friend.
Oh yeah, she's the homie.
Overtone. But Light Rider, it's harder to pin down. You have to talk to maybe Wi-Fi, Teatro, some of the people in the like techie circles.
Rapido, maybe?
Yeah, Rapido is a good bet. Yeah. And the best you can figure is that Light Rider, let me actually go back here real quick.
I'm not looking.
During one of these sessions of watching things, BB's like, could we like tie the pink guy up like we've done before with the other people? Or
Or would
is
he
he
just
stretchy?
out?
Yeah, is he
Yeah.
too stretchy? If we had something that like would constrict him more and more as he tried to
Ooh,
move.
like a barbed situation?
Yeah,
That might be
illegal.
not illegal, just hard to get on such short notice.
That's true.
So you know that Light Rider absorbs solar energy.
Okay.
UV Rain does the same thing, but they have different effects. Whereas UV Rain transfers that solar energy into muscle mass and grows big,
That's so sick.
Light Rider absorbs solar energy and then expels it as projections. And what he does is he makes like Hot Wheels tracks out of light. He also has a generator, essentially like a solar panel, built into his wheelchair, so that the excess energy that his body is constantly absorbing and then radiating out gets funneled into the solar paneling on the chair, and it powers the turbines that make it go really, 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 really fast. And so he uses his power to create elaborate racetracks made of hard light that he then turbos around.
Hard Light is a really cool name. Sick.
He literally rides light. So the
Uh,
biggest issue with him is that he is fast as fuck, and has 360 maneuverability strapped fully into that chair too. So those things corkscrew and like go all over the place.
on the board underneath him, it just says "put a sheet over him."
And you know that there's some like projection similar to Monarch,
For sure, yeah.
where like essentially he drives around really, really fast and then throws like light beams at you.
Sick.
Sick.
So that's what you know about those three.
So a distance team for a majority up close, closed distance team of our own.
They're pretty balanced though, because they can cover distance quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Light Rider is good at range. It's kind of a scale, right? Light Rider is most effective at range. Pinkman can put distance between you and him, but when you get close, it's hard to bring him down. So he does tank damage. And then sort of mid-range to close range is where you're going to get overtone. So they really cover the full spectrum. They're a really well-balanced team. He says, having designed them.
And we spend a lot of time with Team Prestige, so we kind of know the vibe.
Does anyone try to engage? I want to get us through this week quickly because I want the majority of the episode to be the actual competition. But does anyone try to engage Mr. Menagerie in any more? You do actually
Hello.
try. So how do you do that?
So I think at some point, doesn't really matter when, at some point we see Harmon and Monarch are watching TV together. I think it's like some really crappy reality TV show that Monarch really likes, like a Bachelor situation or something. And Harmon's like, this doesn't seem like it would be my thing, but I'll like watch it with you because you're excited about it. It's a new season, da da da. And then 1 to 2 episodes in, they're like, oh yeah, this was a mistake. But they keep watching it because, you know, she likes it. And so I think Monarch is on the couch watching, maybe doing her nails. Harmon is on the ground in front of her, doing like sit-ups as they're watching this show. And as Harmon is doing the sit-ups, they're peeling like a mandarin orange. And each time like they finish peeling a mandarin, they just take one segment and they pass it to her when they lay down. And then when they come back up to do the sit-up, they take one segment for themselves and they go back and forth and back and forth. But as this is happening, I think Scott either comes downstairs or comes home. And Harmon's like, sorry, Daff, got a motor. Have to talk to this friend of mine about his whole deal. and catches him and wants to talk to him.
Sorry, we gotta explore some trauma really quick. Bye.
Really quick, really fast. I mean, I don't know who Brad is going to choose to give, you know, the silver rose to this episode. I know that's super important, but I gotta go talk to him.
All right.
They don't actually say that to her.
Oh, okay.
That was just facetious meta talk.
A silver
yeah, they
rose
catch
is
him.
really good.
Yeah.
What's up?
Did you know that your dad's team was going to be competing in the other tournament?
I kind of figured, you know, I mean, I didn't know, you know, for sure, but because we're not kind of a professional thing, right? But it was a good bet, you know. It's actually his first year as a squad leader there, so it was a good bet that it was going to happen.
And how do you feel about that potentially having to go up against his team?
I mean, it's a little messy, but it's nothing I'm not prepared for. We have a good sort of working understanding of how we navigate these things because we're a family, but we're trying not to have it be an across the line situation, right? Like we can still share information collaboratively, just we're aware of what lines not to cross. Is this making sense?
Yeah.
So we've talked about the possibility as a family, the three of us, and I'm fine with it, really. I'm just honestly here to put my best foot forward, show people that they can have confidence in me. If anything, I feel worse about having to go up against you, which I know we shouldn't talk about it, but I don't know. It's all in the spirit of good fun. And I am going to do my best. I hope you understand that. We all are. And he says that a little bit louder, and Monik's like, I'm gonna fucking crush you. And as far as the individuals, we talked actually in this household about with the team. We figured, a lot of us wanted to, but we figured that we didn't need to fill out the ranks. We knew it was going to be a smaller year with all of our team, so we decided only 2 of us would do it, and ultimately it was decided that we 2 would be the ones to represent our team in the individuals.
He can see that Haramon is struggling with if they want to ask the next question.
Do you want to insight? I mean, do you believe what he's saying?
I mean, I was gonna insight this whole conversation all the time, because he is the king of saying one thing, but then like feeling another.
Haramon 3 days later, still rolling mental insight checks.
Okay.
Secrets are no fun. Secrets hurt someone.
That's a 3.
Ooh.
That's a 2.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah. He is resolved. He is trying so hard. Really trying. This is the thinnest the veil has ever been between the truth of his situation and the obvious, I have to wear this mask right now. It's the only one I have.
Haramon doesn't even ask, just takes his hand and takes him to his room.
What you understand though as well, the last bit there with that margin of success, is that it's not about potentially going up against his dad's team. That is not the problem.
Haramon takes him by the hand and takes him to his room and closes the door and asks him, did they want you to go to Legends? And you decided to come here? And is that a problem?
Not in so many words. They were very open about wanting me to have the choice to, and they went to Moonlight. They graduated from here.
Fair.
But it's no secret that they are pretty outspoken about their relationship to secret identity, and small wonder that they pivoted the way that they did. But for me, it's not about, he is trying so hard to find a nugget of truth to latch onto so that he can formulate some kind of lie. He is desperate not to be this.
I cut him off. I say, Scott, I will never pressure you to tell me anything that you don't want to, but I need you to understand that I came from spectacular parents, and everyone was looking at me to see what I would do to live up to how great they were. And it wasn't malicious. It was just they were so good and I was their kid. And so if there's anything that rings true for you, I need you to know that I want to be safe for you. So if there is something weighing on you regarding this tournament and what it means, and you feel like you want to talk to someone, I want to be that person for you. Because I understand feeling a little pressure, just a little bit of pressure of having to live up to something.
Selena, there are times when it is maddening how good a person you are. I need to do this. Most importantly, I need to do this my way. They're not the ones I'm trying to live up to. What am I? It's fine, really. I mean, I'm not the first person this has ever happened to. What?
You willing to bet, GM, inciting that switch?
Only because that was a piece of information that was new. Will I let you do another one and not count this as part of your previous one?
Okay.
But it's the last one you get to do.
Well, it was more on like the switch from being like,
yeah,
because he's done this before where he's like, it's fine though.
Yeah.
Same thing. Still 3.
The line you said a few seconds ago, Ian, I have to wear this mask. It's the only one I have. Just kick my ass.
0 successes.
Oh!
Which means it goes very wrong for him right now.
That's brutal. We hate
Narratively, it goes very wrong as well. There are consequences for that kind of failure, even for an NPC.
He dies.
He has a heart attack.
He is cornered right now. Even with you. He is not safe. He knows that you know. All he can do, fight or flight, is cut his losses right now. The face that he makes is a dead ringer for the bad impression that he made on you the first time you met him. He becomes that guy. And the only difference is that his eyes are just dead with it. His heart is not in it, but his body is just doing the only thing it knows what to do. Be this. You know. That's the heart of it. He meant it. They're not the ones he's trying to live up to. There's something else. There is something bigger and worse. And on 0 successes, you specifically, being who you are, you can smell the loss on him from a mile away, and you are shocked that you've never noticed it before. And that's the thing that he feels you understand. And he has to go. And he goes, bottom line is, I'm going to do everything I can out there to show people who I am, what I can do, and that Moonlight Academy is still pumping out the best of the best. And that's true of you too. And I can't wait to see what you do. I really can't. I appreciate you trying to help me out, but I promise you I'm fine. I really... We'll all get some rest and I'll see you out there. And he opens the door.
But not before he sees the absolute heartbreak that has come from that recognition in this moment on Haramon's face. And I think Haramon's just speechless. They can feel the invisible tether of the subject matter and what it means to them. And I think they say, well, to me, you're already perfect. And to me, you're already worth it. And to me, you don't have anything to prove. And they leave, and they just leave the house. They don't even say bye to Monarch. I think they text her and apologize for that later, but not before they fully cry in the bathroom when they get home.
There's something... Okay. That night, I have to do this. That night, you get a text from Teatro
Oh, shit.
Ruh-roh.
asking if he can come over.
Hey, okay, yeah. Yeah. Not really feeling like seeing anyone besides BB and Silhouette, but says yes anyways.
Teatro, he comes inside and he asks you to go somewhere where you can talk. And he stands in front of you with this very level expression and he says, something has changed. It's no secret that me and Scott have not seen eye to eye. Myself and to a lesser degree, Matroshka, we've accepted our role. There is something of a line. Really, the line is me. Of the four of us on Prestige's team, I understand that I am quite literally the odd one out. And that's okay, because I work better in the shadows, but for the time being, I can't pretend that I'm not invested in the outcome of this. I also want to put my best foot forward, so to speak. Show myself as much as I can. And I hope you take no offense to that. I trust that you will also do your best, but what's happening with him, you might be just about the only person who doesn't actually know why. For the sake of the outcome of this, it might be time for you to let that go. I think your utility as the friend who doesn't know the tragedy of Scott Silverland, I think the utility of that has come to an end. For you and for everyone that he might save in the future.
When you unlock backstory you weren't fucking ready for.
If you want to find out on your own, fine. If you want me to tell you, I will.
Just he can see that that's pure exhaustion. Haramon doesn't feel things lightly. Yeah, you can tell me. You can tell me. If I just made myself a buffoon because I wanted to be real with someone who often acts fake.
He had a brother. 7 years ago, he graduated from here. His name was Shooting Star. He was exceptional, powerful, promising. Everyone believed that he would on the fast track to Nova. He debuted with his parents, Scott's parents, as a trio of heroes before the Silverlands went public. But his first mission, he went out without them and was killed. Shortly thereafter, Alpha Wave and Blue Angel revealed their identities to the public, cut ties with Moonlight Academy, became more involved in Alma, publicly outspoken against secret identities and their utility. I do not know the ins and outs of this particular tapestry, but I will tell you this. When Shooting Star died, his identity was still protected. They did not debut as the Silverlands. But afterward, it was them who revealed his true name. Turned 2 funerals into 1. Whatever this is for him, what Scott is trying to prove, goes beyond just his parents, his sense of self. It's everything he is going to be. And I'm telling you this because you might just be the only person who I know who has a chance of truly getting through to him. Begrudging as I am to say it, he could be a great hero. And he could be better than them. Truly better than them.
Not if he keeps letting this get in the way.
No.
One way or the other, it will kill him. Because it almost killed me.
My advice to you now is to treat the competition as ever you would. As will I. And I'm sorry that this has happened now. Truly.
Thank you. I think I mean I don't really know the ins and out of your relationship, but you're a better friend to him than I think he realizes.
He can have the spotlight. Shadow cannot exist without light, but at the moment still I think he needs it more. He turns to leave and then he stops in the doorway and goes, "Oh, and I am truly impressed by your addition to the tapestry. Good evening, and good luck." Not that I believe in such a thing. You hear him whisper as he walks down the hallway and leaves your house.
He just hears Herman go, "Oh," as he leaves.
From Baby's room, what did you say? Who was that?
Do you like poke your head out and look to see if he's there?
Oh, hey.
Actually, what I was gonna say is that there's like a nook of sort of shadow in the evening, like in that hallway. As he stepped into it, just as you open the door, he disappears.
Was that a ghost or was Teatro here?
Yes.
All right. Can we do one more scene really quick before? This is truly like a micro scene.
Okay.
I think we go to Triple Deckers. I think it's Team Pantheon if Hermon is willing to go, and then also Team Tonitrus if they're willing to pull through, because we all fought here together at one point, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
We're not fighting, we're just coming to hang out. Maybe like Porter, Echo, some other folks, but just getting kind of a group to go out and watch some fights.
Yeah.
Fight
But we're
night.
sitting there and BB like gets drinks and is like, she takes a sip and is like, takes a sip and is like, takes a sip and is like, but keeps going. And then eventually, as we're sitting at like a wide table, maybe it's even a bar at the top of the venue overlooking the fighting ring, at some point she goes, my dad's gonna be at the tournament. And it's Silhouette and Haremon right next to her.
Haramon was holding the drink but wasn't drinking it, and you just hear the like clack of it hitting the table.
That was how I felt too. It's gonna be fine, but I didn't really tell you guys, but I'd started kind of looking for him, and I was able to find him, and he's gonna be at the tournament.
And he hasn't.
He's apparently been in the city for a while, and specifically he's been around Moonlight. He's going by his old name, which is Sal Richmond.
Like a noticeable silence as Haramon bites the inside of their lip and cheek.
I don't even think anything else really happens. I don't think BB will say anything else. I think that is just the drop, and then we, unless Haramon has something to say, I don't think any all of us are just kind of like, yep.
I mean, that depends on if BB wants to like insight to see what we're feeling.
I
or if
do.
she- Yeah.
I would love that always, always
I'm
and
not-
forever.
I'm not going to put a DC. Really, I'm not gonna roll against.
See Silhouette, please.
I'm not gonna roll against because it's plastered on their face, so it's really like how well you roll.
For sure. It's a 1 out of 2. Would you let BB? Do you think BB would have a reroll on Haramon? No, that sets up a weird precedent for the future.
Yeah,
we don't
I
want
mean,
to have rerolls, even though we know one another pretty well.
again, it's like plastered on their face. There's an anger there.
Yeah.
They don't really feel like pity or sorry or anything for you. They're like angry for you.
I think just head on the shoulder. Take a sip. Grimace. What about Silhouette?
We're gonna stop that for now. We're gonna have a little water for now. You can revisit that maybe in like 30 minutes, but
It was a seltzer water.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like you had figured out to
Oh, it was
how to
it
get
was
drinks.
It was an alcohol seltzer water.
Oh, okay.
But
So
then she moves on to regular water.
yes.
Silhouette has notably said nothing this entire time, almost hiding behind her drink in a way that she's just barely sipping on.
I got 3 against her.
She got 0, so she very notably does not seem surprised, nor is she really hiding that she doesn't seem surprised.
Oh shit.
Mostly she just seems sort of guilty and sad, but there's a seed of determination underneath it that's like interrupting what you think she should be feeling, right? And she just says, without trying to touch you, she goes, no matter what happens, we know who your real family is. Everything else is just gears turning to hopefully a better end.
With 1 out of 2 and with her having a 0, does that read as when she tried to tell us something the other night and it didn't go through?
It's in there, yeah.
There's a long stare from BB at Silhouette, and it's not accusatory. There's no anger or anything like it. It's behind it. It's just like things are changing. That's it. But still affectionate, not in a negative way. I want to emphasize. It's just kind of like there will be secrets we keep from one another. As close as you are to someone, there's, everyone has their own reasons for the things that they do, and BB trusts Silhouette enough to know that her reasons will be good and well-intentioned.
There's an apology in her eyes that she doesn't want to say in front of other people, but it's there. And off of that moment, the rest of your week is kind of a blur. We turn pages quickly through progressively bigger and bigger panels, starting from just you guys training, doing combos. We see even little glimpses of other teams just sort of out of the corner of our eyes until the training gets bigger, the reaction gets bigger, the campus feels bigger until finally we arrive Saturday morning after you have been informed to meet at the Northern Training City, also known as Downtown Moonlight.
That's a cool name.
Yeah, that's sick.
There is no live audience. That's the thing. For the team tournament, there is no live audience. You've all been mic'd up. And during that process, you were talking out with Pantheon, and it's just sort of ringing in your ears, right? We flashed through that moment like your boxers entering a ring. She's giving you last minute advice, sort of patting you guys down, making sure you have all your equipment. And it's all just sort of flashing, intercut with you guys standing there, feeling the weight of so many eyes on you. And you see there are drones floating all around, circular, with camera lenses capturing everything. You know that people watching at home, they can actually tune in to different stations for different channels, so they can watch different people. They're not getting the same feed the whole time, but they're getting the same narration. So you guys are strangely at the beginning of this, you don't feel the physical weight of an audience or a stadium. You're just standing here in front of this place that you've actually been before, but you also know the biggest appeal of Downtown Moonlight is that it has an entire underground hollow section. Panels slot away all over this thing, so its entire anatomy of the city can change fundamentally. This thing can be completely different. It's like living Legos. And as you're standing here, there is one of the drones is projecting a holographic screen in front of you that is currently on a countdown to the beginning of the tournament. And as you're standing there, Silhouette takes one long breath, and you see now her outfit, her hero outfit. She has her purple with her long trench coat and her mask, but you notice that there's a new addition since last time.
Ooh.
She has almost like a tech backpack, but the back of it's not really a backpack. It's actually the drone that she picked up from the desert that has been modified. She has it on her, like on a little backpack now.
Nice.
And you can see that she's modified it, but you're not sure how, because she hasn't talked to you about it. But she looks at you square in the face as the countdown is like 1 minute. And she says, Bailey, I did know. and I hated it, but I promise you, I won't expect you to understand it, but I will explain it. It wasn't my choice, even though it's always a choice to break rules, to not do what you're told, but
Hey. It's game time. I'm gonna trust you.
I just don't want this between us right now.
There's nothing between us.
Okay.
Hug her, forehead kiss, group hug.
And the cameras haven't gone live yet, so this footage isn't like people watching it. Pantheon, who is standing there sort of in your corner alongside you guys waiting, as you guys are having this moment of conversation, you have your phones on you, you have your devices, but I think maybe you don't even notice because of this moment and the tension of it, the excitement. And Pantheon goes, as she looks at hers, she holds it up to you guys like,
Oh, do you mean like our real phones? IRL? Oh
yeah,
shit!
and it's actually there. So
Oh shit!
Oh my
yeah,
god.
out of character, Ben has sent a text
Aww.
as Jeremy timed for this moment.
Oh my god.
And you guys all read it. So one of you guys actually
Wait,
Harriman
yeah.
read it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Asteria,
Harriman
do
reads it, trying to emulate the voice of Jeremy as much as possible. And they go, "Hey guys, sorry I haven't checked in for a while, but oh boy, things are crazy here. Turns out trying to teach people how to be heroes while training to be a hero and learning how to fly all at the same time is hard. Who'da thunk it? Anyways, I just want to let you know that all of us in Stonekeep are rooting for you, and although we know you'll win, we're excited to see you crush the tournament." Wow, they got TV out there? That's crazy.
That's wild.
P.S. Please do some nutty stuff. I had to convince everyone to build a TV receiver. Oh, there it is. A TV receiver to watch y'all, and Choi is still convinced it was dumb and a childish waste of resources.
That sounds about right.
P.S. I told the Argonauts that you're all shining examples of what heroes should be and that they need to study your actions, so no pressure. Kissy face. Wow.
Woo.
Incredible.
Oh my god. Jeremy just sent me a little text.
What?
That was separate. It just says, it's got us so sweet. Remind them all why we're PDP's finest.
Aww. Wow.
Pantheon says, well, I guess all of Team Pantheon's here after all. As you see the countdown
That's
goes
so
to the
fucked
last
up of her.
15 seconds, then 10. And as you get down to that last 10, Harriman, it's in your mind. This week that you've had trying to stay on top of media reception of you while also being external to it, not able to do these interviews yet by design, but depending on how invested Harriman's been, and it seems like very, right? Watching exactly what you would expect. Debates endless about perspective on like, who are they to judge us? Why would they do this now? Why Moonlight only? But then other people going, this is brilliant, this is so cool, this is so exciting. And it's really even. It's not overwhelmingly positive or negative from what you can tell, but this is really just media. You have not been exposed to the common people talking about this. Again, by design, but it's a strange sort of feeling, and beyond this is really where the truth of that lies and the next step.
What are the people saying, on the tweeters and on the Reddits and, the ones that
That's where it gets more positive.
Okay.
Where it's just exciting, the implications of like, there's a growing number of people who are saying like, hell yeah, the world is bigger than us. It's time more people in the city started realizing that.
Ooh, interesting little parallel there. I'm gonna sink my fingers into that later. Yeah, so I think Harriman is just the weight. It's not pressure, but it is weight, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Of just doing well and making a good impression as they stand here in their midnight blue, green, red scaled hide armor with, all their costatum blue tabard, two gold stripes with, fin blades, and their signature spear. Just like I think there is a sense of posturing, getting ready for the cameras to start to roll and start to go. That they want the first shot of them to be like this really regal sort of image. So I think as it gets down to that 15, 10, 5, Haramon's body posture changes and their expression changes into something that is warm but very authoritative, almost like I'm supposed to be here kind of thing.
Eric just realized something in this moment, that this is a first time baby's dad's gonna see her in her superhero outfit, which is based in his influence on her. Woo!
And
All
on
right.
that note,
Wait, the next to Haramon, hat comes down, the bandana goes up over the nose, and all you can see left is the eyes.
Yep.
Pantheon smiles. She's in full costume, by the way, and of course she is.
Hell yeah.
She's about to be on TV.
Mhm.
And she stands there next to you, but then takes a little bit of a step back, letting you guys have this moment for yourself as the screen reads 5, 4, 3. Silhouette says, "We're gonna win. 2, 1.
Yes!
Yes! The camera comes to life, zooms up, getting a wide shot of all of you. Other cameras are getting establishing shots, circling around the training city that still has walls all around it, so you can't see inside, except for some of the taller buildings that crest up above. And there's a set of double doors with a crease in front of you, but the screen is in front of that. And as the music begins to play, Prestige steps into frame with his high collar,
Of course.
bright colored cape, white hair, curled mustache, and goatee, and of course his glinting smile with his perfect white teeth contrasting his mint blue skin. He says, "Hello everyone, and welcome to this year's champion's debut. All of you watching at home, welcome. We are more excited than ever to have you here with us, in spirit, of course, all over the city and beyond. Now, this year, things are going to be a little different than they've been in quite some time. Hence the excitement. We have 3 absolutely excellent teams, and I don't just say that because one of them is mine. No. I, your not-so-humble host, will be unbiased as ever as our 3 teams go head-to-head for the honor of competing against the winners of the Legends debut. But enough of that. I'm sure you're chomping at the bit, players, to know what is behind those walls. Yes. Here we have our historic and ever-changing training city, also lovingly referred to as downtown Moonlight. Now, for those who may not know, this city is subject to change, very literally, and none of our contestants know just what configuration this city is in or what challenges await them. All 3 are positioned in different starting points. Speaking of points, that is the subject of our game. We will place 1 hour on the clock. Within that hour, each team will need to accumulate as many points as possible. The game ends when either all available points have been gained, because once gained, they cannot be gained by someone else, or the clock runs out. Whichever comes first. There are 3 ways for our contestants to earn points. The first is to save citizens, he says with air quotes, and you'll find out who they are shortly. There are 5 citizens placed throughout the city, each in unique scenarios. Citizens, once saved, will be worth 4 points each per team. The second way to earn points is to defeat bosses. And no, I won't be telling you who they are, not till one encounters them. And they are worth 6 points each when a team defeats them. However, bosses can also be defeated collaboratively between 2 different teams at a penalty of 3 points. Each team will then only get 3 instead of the full 6. Now, while no points can be earned by teams fighting each other, there are no penalties either, unless there is needless brutality. But we know our teams a little better than that now, don't we? The third and final way to achieve points is to find hero tokens. Now, while these are only worth 2 points each, there are 7 throughout the entire map. And one of those 7 is special and far more difficult to track down. And that token alone will be worth 6 points. Are we following so far, everyone? He takes a pause and smiles and sort of like adjusts his cape a little bit.
Haramon is, Karina is a little swimming in all the numbers.
So,
Asteria, sorry.
Eric is also swimming in the numbers. And also, BB was absolutely going to come out here and be like, well, as long as we do better than our first training together, we're going to be all good. And the fact that we're doing it again!
Yeah.
So far what you have, there are 5 citizens somewhere in the city, each worth 4 points. There are 3 bosses somewhere in the city, each worth 6 points.
38.
But you can steal if you engage a boss. That's actually something else he'll say. Now, on the subject of our bosses, I will say this. They are in a specific domain. I am just now sending all of our teams, all of our individual team members, in fact, to their personal devices, a map with clearly labeled areas all throughout the training city. And I will send you that actually right now.
Yay! ARG.
Okay, so whenever that goes through, you guys should have the actual map.
Got it.
Okay.
I'll get it eventually. It's fine.
Oh shit, okay.
Okay.
Each of your personal devices, as well, is keyed in to the different elements that you might find, whether it be citizens, bosses, or hero tokens. When you enter an area labeled on your map that contains one of these things, it will be indicated, not where it is, only that you are in an area that contains one. Once unlocked, that will remain present on your map. Bosses exist within specific areas, but within those areas, they have a domain, not the entire area. You must enter that domain and choose to engage a boss. But once a boss has been engaged, the entire area becomes the battlefield.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
You can, of course, leave that area, but the points will be forfeit. And up for grabs by another team.
Some
If-
Dark Souls shit.
Another team is in the area when a boss is engaged, they may get in your way. But know this, as soon as another team takes a shot of any kind at the boss, the points are automatically split, assuming the boss is brought down by the collective efforts of both parties.
This is a really cool map, and you should post it when you post the episode.
Oh, it's fully on screen right now.
Oh, fuck yeah. This is so sick.
Yeah, it'll be, editing. Yeah.
Okay. Understood.
So
Does he tell us where the domains are, or is he just like...
they are.
they
Yeah,
are?
he does not tell you where each thing is. You just
Okay.
have the map. Everything that has a name is an area where something could be. But your devices will only ping that there's something here when you enter an area.
Okay.
Oh, okay, I understand.
Yeah. And it won't tell you where it is. It'll just say, let's say, for example, you enter, like, the park, right?
Mhm.
If there's something in the park, your phone will say, there's something here.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right. And it's cued. They explained to you as well. It's cued to each different thing. So it'll tell you if you're in the vicinity of a hero token, a boss, or a citizen.
Okay.
But you
Gotcha.
won't know until you enter that area. At least to start.
Cool.
Yeah. You guys see, as this is being explained, Silhouette is like watching something, and she's immediately like fiddling, and then she realizes that she's on camera, and she straightens up. But you can see that she's already thinking of
She's
something.
already working.
She's already
Yeah.
she's already there. And Prestige is sort of still rambling about it. And he gets to a point where he says, "Now, without further ado, let's meet our teams." And then on screen you see an image of Team Indigo, all in their costumes. This time you can actually see what their costumes are.
Ooh.
And Pinkman has this really cool, almost like a wrestler's like bodysuit.
Ooh.
Oh, that's sick.
Almost like a wrestling unitard in a way, just so he can like stretch freely. And Light Rider, very like biker getup, but like glam metal biker. Everything is glowing. There's like
Let's
luminescent
go.
panels all over the place and piping. And then with Overtone, that grunge like hard rock aesthetic comes through strong. There is a lot of like deep red and black, leather and fishnet,
Ooh.
high boots.
Ugh.
But that long blonde hair stays with like grease paint black just in a stripe across her eyes and the bridge of her nose.
Nice. Let's go.
Stop.
Like to introduce the members of Team Indigo, and Indigo is standing there as well. A blue aquatic woman in a white, almost swimsuit-like outfit with this gold medallion dangling from her neck. Deep indigo skin, big black eyes with no whites, kind of slitted nose, pointed like Vaporeon ears. And she stands proudly with her team. And of course, my own team. Well, me.
Oh my god.
And you see Monarch already in her like fiery form. She actually does it for the camera and like flies up into the camera and blows a kiss to it with her hair like fully on fire and her butterfly wings out.
Fucking Overwatch windscreen ass introduction ass.
Mr. Menagerie deliberately stands center and front and gives like the biggest smile into the camera. And his costume, we actually haven't shown his costume at all yet, but he's all like sky blue, gold, and white with maybe even some red. And there are geometric shapes that create two M's. They're not like, oh, there's two M's here. It's actually formed by the lines of the costume.
That's cool.
You also see that when he puts his arms up, there are attached wings. They're not like wings, and he has free movement of his arms, but they're like a glide suit that he can use. Kind of like Batman Beyond-esque.
I'm gonna shoot holes in the wings.
And big gold goggles as well. Matryoshka, you did Matryoshka's one.
Yes. So Matryoshka, very emblematic of her namesake. She has like a full body morph suit situation, but like her face is cut out. And the back of it is like it almost looks like a little bandana that like a babushka would wear, and her hair
Babushka girl.
is poking out. And so that's long sleeves. And she has like fingerless gloves with like the two fingers. I really like the 2-finger glove situation, if you can't tell. And it's like a very tight morph suit, but then it turns into a little like short red skirt. And there's like gold filigree almost, like embroidered gold detailing all over it. And then she just has darker red tights and black thigh-high boots. And then she also has, as her mask, it's a little like all pretty much matched to her skin tone already, but it's a little half mask. And it has cartoon eyebrows and it has like little painted Matryoshka doll-esque like little details, flowers, that kind of thing on her, on the mask, and then a bold red lip, of course.
What do you mean by 2-finger gloves? Is it the 2 center fingers that are?
Yeah, like the gloves that have cutouts for like the thumb and then
Okay, for sure.
two
Got it.
fingers, whether that's the thumb and the
Index
index,
or
or the thumb and the ring and pinky, whatever you want it to be. I just like that look. I think it's a
It's
really
sick.
cool look.
Yeah.
Yeah, she looks like a human Matryoshka doll.
Rad.
And last but not least, of course, Teatro, with his gothic commedia dell'arte look, plague doctor half mask curling out over his mouth with a long hood up that comes to a point over his forehead and then arches back behind his head and dangles down to a point into this long, not tattered, but it's cut in a way that has like jagged sort of triangles on the bottom, this black sort of vest that he wears, and then these long flowing sleeves, but his fingers are completely exposed, and you see that he does sort of pull the shadows of his team up and swirl around him for the camera. And then you see you guys. The camera is right in front of you, and you are projected on screen, and Pantheon stands proudly but steps back, and she goes like,
Ta-da!
and the one and only Team Pantheon.
Hermon doesn't really do much except for just wink at the camera.
I think I also just stand there. I think maybe the hat gets tipped, but that's about it.
Silhouette crosses her arms and goes like, as though you're all gonna do something, and then she looks and she's like,
Oh, actually, that's not true. I don't just wink at the camera. I wink at the camera and then I twirl my staff from like a holding it up, just up, into a I'm holding it where it's resting on my shoulder and armpit.
BBC's Silhouette do that and tries to mimic her as she's breaking the form, and so it's just like...
and you know, honestly, from a meta perspective, it's extremely charming.
Yeah. It works
This
out.
whole situation. And Pantheon knows it and sees it. And then finally, the shot is just the doors in front of you. He goes, well, that's all you need to know. I think we've kept everyone waiting long enough. Let the tournament begin. And the doors open. And you see a stretch of road in front of you, a wide road, Main Street, stretching out straight forward with lots of intersecting roads. You can see on the map all of the various buildings around you.
Are we next to Super Funland?
Yeah. So the first things that you notice on either side of Main Street, directly in front of you, is that on your left are the Main Street apartments, which is just a big square apartment complex with a parking garage attached to it. And then to the right of Main Street is labeled on the map as Super Funland, which is a big sort of outdoor theme park where you see roller coasters, rides, there's a huge carousel in the center. And then straight in front of you a ways is the Central Park, which is where all the roads intersect, and there's a big green open section of grass. And there are all kinds of other buildings all around. But now, I have to give you guys the sort of the actual mechanics of how this is going to play out. So those are the rules of the game that we play by. But the actual mechanics of how it works are that you guys are going to be making decisions, trying to play to your strengths, investigating different locations, right? But for every 3 dice rolls made by the party, and I mean that individually, at any time that anyone rolls in the party, it'll add to the counter.
Okay.
After 3 dice rolls, I will then roll for one of the other teams to see what they are doing and how they are moving around on the board. I have a chart for all of the possibilities, depending on what lands, of what they're going to engage with. You won't always know. In fact, most of the time you won't. But depending on how the game plays out, you're probably going to intersect with them at some point.
Yeah.
They will be getting points, and different things will be announced throughout. If
Gotcha.
a point is taken up, Prestige will announce like a hero
Of
token
course.
has been found,
so-
a boss has been engaged.
Will he say where?
No,
Okay,
Okay.
he will not. He will just say that
he will just say it.
points of it because there's only a certain amount of points that are up for grabs.
Yes.
Hero tokens also 6?
So there are
One is worth 6.
Okay.
there is one of the 7 hero tokens is worth 6 points by itself.
Okay, there's 7. Got it.
There
Okay.
are 7 total. They're each worth 2 points, except for the one. There's one of them that is like a secret special one.
Okay, got it.
It was implied that it's like harder to get, harder to find, but that one is worth 6 points by itself. 3 bosses, each worth 6 points, or 3 if you either decide to fight collaboratively with another team, or another team comes in and steals while you're fighting. You can also do that to another team if it's announced that somebody has activated a boss. You can like if you
Try to find it.
yeah.
Try to step in.
Yeah, because when another team engages a boss or a citizen, it's not like they immediately win. I will then continue to see how
Roll
they
for
do
them.
against it. Yeah. But basically, I want you guys to be very deliberate about what actions you try to take, because for every 3 dice rolls, I will then see what another team is doing, and they will be building up points. I will also say, though, there is something else.
Oh boy.
When you roll an outstanding success on anything, you postpone the other team's roll by 1.
Oh, so if we roll 6s at all? Or
Well, if we
12s?
roll above like our pool, so if
Yeah.
we get
Oh,
a
got it.
4
Okay,
out of
so like
3,
4 out of 3,
Yeah.
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 Yeah, when that happens, you postpone the counter.
Hell yeah.
If you roll 0 successes, however, if you get a complete failure, only if you get a 0 successes, though.
That's been
It
happening in this
subtracts-
game.
Well, mostly by me. But when that happens, you subtract the counter. So
Okay, got it.
yeah. And what that is meant to emulate is on an outstanding success, you do something faster, right?
Mhm.
You do it in a way where it postpones. Yeah. Whereas success, like super failure, is slower, so you eat up your time.
Yeah.
Also, if you guys all even a roll where all 3 of you are trying to do the same thing, like for example, if all 3 of you want to make an investigation check somewhere, that's still your 3 rolls.
Oh shit.
Got it, okay.
Oh shit. Okay.
Because it's either you're all collectively using your resources to do a round
One
all at
thing.
once, or yeah,
Trying to do multiple.
exactly. Which is how I've calculated what dice the other teams are rolling collectively. It's based on all of their best stats pooled together.
Got it.
Yeah. So just for a little meta, when I roll another team, I'm rolling 16 d6s, and I have chunked out number ranges for different results, and then from there we see what happens.
Okay.
I don't
So-
understand that, but I don't need
Yeah, I
to.
don't understand
Yeah.
that either.
It'll become clearer as we go on.
Haramon, what's your HP and also what's Silhouette's HP?
I have 53. Silhouette has 40.
Okay. I'm at 49.
Nice. Nice. We go?
Yeah,
we go.
the
What
clock
was-
has started as soon as the doors are open. Or actually no, the doors open, you guys see all of this, and then Prestige says, because he said let the tournament begin already, and he says, team leaders, would you please step or fly away?
Bye, Pantheon.
Catch you on the flip side.
She flies up and you see the camera follow her, and then it pushes in, and you can see a ton of these camera drones all over, zooming around, catching everything. And then would it be cool if you guys got like watches that have a clock with the hour timer on
Yeah.
it or something?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they haven't started yet, and he goes, "Your time starts now," and it starts, and you guys can rush right in.
And maybe
Amazing
there's
race.
a point counter on it too, so we can see each team's current point total.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what were you thinking? I saw you kind of puzzling.
Oh, so here's the thing. I've been doing a lot of modifications to my drone,
Yeah.
Okay.
and I think
Oh shit.
I can get us a functioning map of this entire place. Like,
Whoa!
if it's true that our devices will ping when we enter the area of a thing, right? And it's
Yeah.
coded to understand which type of thing, whether it's a hero token, a citizen, or a boss. If they're coded to know that, then I can do a sonar scan, a sweep of the entire city. It should only take, I mean, it'll take a minute, but I think it might be worth it, because then, right, if that information is already programmed into our phones know how to receive that information. All I have to do is mimic the signal that our phones could create. I could get us a functioning map of roughly where everything is.
You're a genius. You're a genius.
Monarch
I'm
is
gonna kiss you on the
definitely
forehead.
Monarch's definitely already doing a version of that right now. So as soon as we can get that going, you are a genius. You're very smart.
Yeah, well, these are the kind of things I've been preparing for.
Okay, so then while your little buddy bot, if you will, is doing that, do you want to go left or right? Super Fun Land or the apartments? What are we thinking?
I really want to go Super Fun Land.
All right, let's do it. We go.
We go.
So it is going to eat up one of your 3 dice rolls, but I'm not actually going to roll for it. What I'm going to do is, because this is built into the mechanic of this, Silhouette programs the drone. She's already started doing it the second the doors opened. And it goes up and it begins to zoom around, taking a rapid fire like sonar sweep with essentially like robotic echolocation. You guys can still do 2 other dice roll things in that time, or you can like wait it out or use your dice rolls to survey. You can do whatever you want, but if you just wait out the time as well, I will do the next dice roll for one of the teams.
I would rather do one action while, like, to maximize our time, because we're gonna try to hit. The point of this game is to try to hit everything anyways.
Yeah.
So might as well hit something while it's doing that.
Okay.
I would let Haramone roll for investigating if that's what we're doing within Super Fun Land.
Yeah, is that like what?
Is that where you go first?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So before an investigation roll occurs, you guys run over there, and the basic thing that you see is as soon as you cross through the gate, you do get a ping. Looking at the map that I can't show yet.
So we're in a big outdoor theme park right now? We're a relatively big outdoor theme park?
Yes.
So what you get, the ping on your phone, indicates that somewhere in the Super Fun Land area, there is a citizen to be saved.
That checks out.
Hell yeah.
What you see is you see a couple of roller coasters. There's a kiddie coaster. There is a bigger, more extreme one. There's sort of that flying chairs ride like they have at Disneyland.
The swings,
and then that central Ferris wheel. There are also a few like snack carts with actual functioning snacks, and there are robots there dispensing them. They're giving out like water and stuff. You don't have to pay for them, but when you pass by, these like sort of mannequin-like robots, they could be interpreted as kind of creepy, but they are really like, they look like mannequins with or they are like Disneyland animatronics. Are manning these things, but they fully interact with you and they go, "Hello, would you like some popcorn? Welcome to Super Fun Land."
Give me the water. And I grab like 3 or 4 water bottles and just stack them just in case we need them.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Hello, does anybody need help? Just yelling.
Oh my god.
Just yelling out. Okay, so you're yelling out. I'm going to say the dice roll here then is going to be perception.
Yes, I got that.
Yeah,
I got you guys. That's willpower based?
Yes.
Right? Okay.
You got this. Big money, no whammies.
Big money, big money. Ooh, big money. And I have 1 skill point in perception, so I'm going to re-roll this.
Let's go!
Okay, it was still a failure, but I got...
It's okay!
I got a 4 out of 4.
Yeah!
4 out of 4, okay, full success.
Full success. Not outstanding, but full. So we're
But we got
still
close.
So you're at 2.
Yeah.
I need a counter. I don't want to keep writing 1, 2, 3 on something.
We'll keep
That's
counting.
the one thing I didn't think of. Okay.
Like, Asteria and I are definitely very aware of how many rolls we're making.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Well, that's your second.
Well,
So what
actually-
was it?
That's our
again?
second.
Oh yeah,
Well,
do
just
it on a
use
die.
these-
Do it on one
Just do a
die.
die.
Yeah, duh.
Just use one of your D3s, you know?
Yes. Yeah.
Thinking on
So
your
stick
feet.
that one on 2.
We're thinking with portals.
So what did you get?
I got a full success, 4 out of 4.
4 out of 4. Okay. Full success. You hear from the direction of the Ferris wheel.
Of
Yeah.
course. Of course.
Help me! Help me! I'm trapped!
Told you
Help
that
me,
would work.
anyone, please!
Is this a voice that we recognize?
No, it's not actually.
Ooh.
It's kind of a tinny robotic voice.
Okay.
We hustle on over there. As we're hustling, I'm like, all right, do we want to try? I mean, we got to see how far they are up, but do we want to try my concussive blast to kind of throw myself up there? Are we trying to bounce people off of Haramon's pole to get up there?
I mean, I could also potentially just climb. But we should see
Whatever's
what's happening.
fastest.
And
But
safest.
also, yeah, safest, yeah.
Well, with that full success, you hear that, and then you look up and you see about how tall is a Ferris wheel? 40, 50 feet?
Very
Pretty
tall.
fucking tall.
Pretty fucking
Say like
tall.
50 feet up?
Yeah.
About 50 feet up, right? This thing is stuck. It is not moving. Other rides are moving, but this one is not. And there is one cart on the very tip top where you squint up at it and you can barely see that there is one of these robot mannequins dressed in full like stereotypical like teenager, like movie teenager fashion with like a baseball cap. And this robot mannequin is dangling sort of half out of this top rickety cart that's threatening to break off, screaming down, help me, I'm trapped up here.
All right. So, Eric just looked it up, and the Ferris wheel is 200 feet tall.
Okay, so it's 200 feet.
It's really tall.
50 feet, what do
200
I even know?
feet up. Okay, maybe this
No.
is
Ian, I would have also basically said 50 feet. I have such bad spatial
I have
awareness.
no concept
I just-
of how tall things are.
I knew it was going to be real tall.
I mean,
Um,
what if it's like a county fair Ferris wheel where it can't be that big?
Sure, yeah.
And I feel
probably-
like 50 feet is more apropos for that.
Hell yeah. All right, they're hanging out the thing, so we can't necessarily just get Silhouette to start the Ferris wheel so that it goes around and then they come down to a safe level where you can grab them because they might just
Yeah.
fall out.
Might just
Um,
fall out.
Which one of us makes the most sense to climb up there, get someone, and also traverse down?
I mean, I am a climber. It is what
Yeah.
I do.
Meta game knowledge, is that one of your skills?
It is not one of my skills.
For sure. But it is your character.
It is my character, and I do have a 3 strength and a 3 dexterity.
Is there anything... How heavy can the weight on the drone be? Silhouette?
Ooh, that's a great question.
How heavy of a thing can the drone carry?
Well, I mean, it's not really meant for carrying. It doesn't have arms. I mean, somebody could maybe grab onto it, but these robots are going to be a little dense. It would be tricky. That high up.
Haramon, what shoe size are you? Is it the same size as me?
Sure, we'll say that we're relatively
my
same
boots-
in height.
Can't attach to things. My boots got the mag
Oh.
thing, or they got the thing where we can kick in and kind of climb up. So if you want to wear my shoes, that would be the weirdest way any superhero's ever saved anybody, but we could do it.
Silhouette goes, the Ferris wheel is made of metal too. And she
Yeah.
pops out of her awesome purple boots,
Fuck yeah.
rollerblades, which as she sort of tests them out, she goes, well, good a time as any for a real field test. And she goes, you know, these things, I can skate up vertically on metal. They're
Yeah, you
mag-
can do that now. I forgot about
Okay.
that.
Yeah, I have mag blades. So I'm up there with you if you want.
The question is, what I think the safest thing would be is to see if there's a way to get this person into the actual
Cart and then-
cart and then try to start the Ferris wheel. Can you do that remotely if you're up there?
Get the cart and start the Ferris wheel?
Yeah, so it just brings us safely down.
Is
Oh,
the cart dangling? Or
Yeah,
is
is
the
the
person
cart
just
itself
dangling out
broken?
of the cart?
So the cart itself is like just ever so slightly askew from this person like rocking it,
Mhm.
and they're half dangling out of it trying to get attention. It's not fully broken.
Oh,
but
they're
it looks
not
like it could
falling
be
out.
broken.
It's like they're being like, "Hey, help me!"
Yeah.
Oh.
And it is, the whole thing is stuck. This person is up there in it and has rocked it so much that it's kind of slightly off its hinges, and it's like, it looks like it could break if you're not careful. Like if you
Oh.
shoot at it, there's a chance it could fully break and fall.
Okay, that's completely different plan.
Yeah, same.
But you also, that you were asking about getting it started, and Silhouette looks around and she goes, I mean, I could look for the control booth and see if that's the route you want to take, trying to like hack into the control booth and just bring the thing down and not climb up there.
Well, I mean, usually there is the ride operation station is right
It's
there.
right there.
So is it not right there?
Oh yeah, there it is.
Hey, can you get back in the thing? Robot. Citizen. Can you get back in the carriage?
I
The
can
gondola,
try.
excuse me.
Are you here to help?
Yeah.
I could try. I'm really scared.
It's gonna be okay. We got people who can climb here. We got tech people. Everyone is working here together on Team Pantheon to make sure you're okay.
Okay. I'll
Just
try to
sit
stay
tight.
still.
Yeah, stay still. Silhouette, hurry. I don't know how long of a memory this robot's got.
That's what you want to do? You want to do that plan? Okay.
I think we could also start climbing up as it's coming down.
I'll start climbing up.
I think maybe Silhouette gives Haramone her boots. And then we both start climbing up.
Okay. So
Just so we're all doing something, so it's kind of silly. If
you
one of
guys
us is just
have
sitting
one
there.
roll left, right? So it's either the hacking roll or the climbing roll. Which one do you want it to be first?
Hacking. Silhouette's so good at hacking, and that would
Zilla
be
is so smart and good at hacking.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll. This isn't gadgetry.
as much as I want us to just go up there and grab the person. I think this is the path of least resistance.
So I think just go ahead and give her an intelligence roll.
Does the ride operating station look busted?
No, it's intact. There's no one manning it.
Got it. Okay.
Hup. Yeah, hup. Hup. Big money. That is a full full success.
Yeah.
Okay. So
4 out
on
of 4 for
a-
the viewers at home.
full success, Silhouette gets into the booth and just starts working the techno wizardry. She's like, oh, this isn't actually that complicated a mechanism. This might be one of the easier ones. Probably makes sense because it's like right next to the door. And she's saying this as her fingers are gliding. And she's like, don't even try to climb up. No, don't, it's fine. And it's already coming back down. And during the time where it's cycling back down and the citizen steps out, you hear a ding. Our first citizen has been saved. That's 2 points off the board, everyone. Or wait, not 2 points.
Was that us? Did
4
we do
points?
that?
4 points?
Yes.
Oh god. Oh, the lid is gone. Goodbye. I'm gonna track our points with more of these little d6s.
I'm also keeping track of your points as well.
Sick.
So Team Pantheon now has 4
4
points.
Yay!
Okay, so that was our third roll or a second?
That was
roll?
your third roll,
Got it. Okay.
which means I am now going to roll for one of the other teams.
Bet.
I'm going to start with Team Prestige.
Nice.
Let me grab 16d6 here.
Damn.
I also want to say while he's rolling this that
That's so loud. That's so many dice.
Holy
Sorry, what were you saying?
Yeah, it really is. That Haramone acts like this is a real human being.
Oh yeah.
So
of course.
they like they're like, "Are you okay?" They start doing like a field medical check on them, and then it goes like bing. So Haramone is like full in the LARP zone.
Yeah. After you make sure they're fully safe and sound.
That's an 8.
Get fucked, Team Prestige.
On an 8,
What does that mean?
I don't know if that's good or bad.
you guys are in the middle of saving this citizen. you see a fairly large bird, like a huge eagle,
Oh, fuck.
flying over the scene, and Monarch is close behind. The two of them fly over. They looks like they were like beelining toward the tallest thing that they could see, right? They're coming toward the Ferris wheel. And they see that you've done this and that the citizen is saved, and it's too late. They can't get in the way. They can't intercept. And
Gotta be quicker than that.
they look at you and they're like, the eagle just sort of keeps flying in a totally different direction, while Monarch smiles at you and she goes, you win round 1, but we'll get the next one. And they keep flying.
Blow her
So-
a kiss.
There was
Mwah.
nothing to
My
gain
queen.
by them getting in your way this time.
Mm-hmm.
But on an 8, what happens is they encounter Team Pantheon. They cross your
Wow.
path.
Oh, whoa.
Cool.
So that's what happened.
That's fun.
At the moment, there was, if, say, for example, you were in the middle of a boss, right? There could
They
be
could have
different
taken a shot.
consequences
Yeah,
to
yeah.
encounter Team Pantheon.
Mm-hmm.
This one, pretty innocuous. That's actually one of the better rolls that you could have gotten for this.
Yes.
God, this map is so tight. The colors are all so good. Sorry. Has
So now,
has
the beginning of the next round.
Silhouette's has Silhouette's boy come back with information?
Yes, the beginning of this next
Yay.
round, Silhouette's drone returns, and you get the complete map. And Silhouette smiles and she goes, "God, I'm smarter than everyone."
That's true.
As all of your maps update.
Wow.
And so now I'm going to send you the marked up map.
Oh, shnikes.
Yeah.
I didn't even have to start marking up this map.
Nope.
BB looks at a camera that's filming them, points at Silhouette and goes, "This woman is the smartest woman alive." Oh shit. Second map.
Second map. Second map.
So now I get to pull
Citizen
out
one.
the printed out version
Oh,
with my little tokens here, so I can add where everyone is on the board.
we could get 2 hero tokens like right now, unless Monarch and Mr. Menagerie get the hero token 2 at the end of Main Street.
You guys literally got what I labeled as citizen number 1.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
think I
so
need like a pen. This is not as good.
There's a
What?
boss over at, can we say it's Don's Supermarket, which I think is the version that I said earlier in the episode? Oh no, it doesn't matter.
yes.
Because they're gonna see the map anyway, but Don or Ron's Supermarket. We both just went for Von's parodies, which I
Yeah, it's
love.
Ron's on
I-
the map because that's
I love for
obvious-
that.
that's the obvious joke. Okay.
Honestly, Haremon is gonna like whisper this even though they're
Mark this
mic'd
up.
up.
Yeah.
I'm more interested in the citizens and the bosses than the tokens.
Yeah, I agree. Unless we get that one big token, that's really it.
The meta is that I recognize that we haven't done a lot of saving the cat in the past 2 volumes.
Fair.
So
We could hit up Soaring High School, get to boss 3, then try to get hero token 3 on the way out.
you're a genius.
Not
Just
like
just
Silhouette, but you know.
Just go like path of least resistance.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. Just keep going the way we were going. And then maybe up to Cornerstone Mall. Because if they were coming, if Monarch and Mr. Menagerie were coming from the end of 2nd Street by Soaring High School, they probably blew past a few things. Which way were they coming from?
So at the beginning, you saw where everyone started.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh, I thought that was supposed to be secret.
Yeah, I thought that was supposed to be
no,
a
because
secret
you all
too.
started at different doors into the city, and when the camera showed, like, you know where everyone started, at least where they entered.
Oh, okay.
You guys entered at the southern entrance, right?
Mhm.
Right at the main street, right? Team Indigo started on 2nd Street to the west.
to the west.
They came in that way, and then Team Prestige came in on 2nd Street, but east.
Okay, yeah. So they
So no
Between
one's-
Cornerstone and
No
and
one
High
started
Street.
to the north.
No one
Yeah,
started
yeah.
to the north, correct?
But it seems like Menagerie and Monarch just blew past 2 things. So if we go over there, the only person who would be fighting the boss would be Teatro and Matryoshka.
Correct.
Seemingly,
could-
what Team Prestige seems to have done is they came in and went to the tallest thing.
The tallest.
They took the high vantage point immediately, saw a citizen there, and thought, okay, we'll go for the thing we can clearly see first, and you guys got there first.
So let's immediately dip into Soaring High School.
Yes.
I think that's what we're gonna do.
Yes.
Awesome.
So we start hustling, and we're
Silhouette
looking around
keeps
the
the
whole
drone
time. Yeah, we got our head on a swivel, looking for other teams constantly.
I'm sorry. I forgot. Did he say that when another team enters an area, we'll get a ping?
No.
Okay. What will we get pings
only
for?
when they get the points.
The point.
And they don't tell you specifically which one it was or who did it. They only say a boss has been engaged,
Okay.
or a boss has been defeated, a hero token has been found, a citizen has been saved.
Okay, so technically for bosses, we will know.
Yeah,
Because
you won't
a
know which
boss-
one,
It
but
says a boss will be engaged.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which way did Monarch and Mr. Menagerie fly off?
Well, that won't be determined till their next dice roll, but for the time being, they seemed to be moving like straight north from where you are. So
Okay,
maybe up
yeah.
toward the fashion district.
We're chilling then. That's basically free
Mhm.
money. As long
Can
as we can beat the boss. We brush over to Soaring High School.
Yes.
Okay.
No, I don't want popcorn. No, I don't want popcorn.
So you're heading over there from Super Funland. The fastest route would be to just cross straight over the street.
Mhm.
And you do indeed see Soaring High School, which is a very brick and mortar type school. It's this like dark red brick campus, very rustic. There's little patches of grass around. There's a parking lot up in the corner.
Building a theme park next to a high school is very capitalism.
Yes.
Right across, it's across the street too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you cross that street, and you notice too that the way that you're going up to the north, right? You can see the rail station,
Yeah.
like up a ways, up a platform, up some stairs, and the monorail is not currently. It's not like running at the moment, but you notice that it's like at the station, and there are some of the little robot citizens going about like loading up and getting on the tram. So it looks like it is going to go at some point.
Oh.
And yeah, like that's one of the running, moving parts is that the tram
Okay.
is running and ferrying the little robot guys around.
So this
Oh.
hero token could leave. Or no. What were you gonna say?
I was saying I think it's probably the most difficult one is because I think it's in the railway tunnel.
Yeah.
And so we have to dodge the trams coming in and out.
Or
That's
the
my theory.
tram's gonna break at some point, and
Ooh.
then that'll be a different thing.
So looking at the map,
Hmm.
I need to know specifically how you are entering. Are you going straight across the street and finding an entrance there? Because that would be kind of the front entrance is next to that street. Or are you going around through the alleyway between that and the rail station where the parking lot is?
I feel like if we were seeing this map as you were showing it to us now, with the B3 boss or the boss box over there, we would go through the alley.
Yeah.
What do you think,
Okay,
Caramel? Yeah.
just so you know-
I think so, yes.
The positioning of the where the boxes and the tokens are doesn't mean that that's where they are relative to that area.
Oh.
That just means that's where I had room to put it, right?
Then-
The ping that you get is this is what's in this area.
Okay.
That
I
doesn't
think-
mean that it's in that part.
We would then take the quickest way in order to try to hide from other teams so that they
I
can't see
think-
where we're going. What were you
I
saying?
think that, but also once we're inside, we would try to find points of interest. So like the gym or the football field or like
Absolutely.
things where a boss would have room to be a boss.
Yeah.
Okay. So hit me with this. Either you can make individual investigation rolls, which will add up, or you can tell me the first place that you think to look without making a roll.
I would still throw I would do individual investigation rolls and just throw it to either Hermone or Silhouette.
My investigation would not be very good, so we would have to have a Silhouette do it. We could do Silhouette does an investigation roll, but uses the bot for a more specific scan so that we could get that gadgetry D12.
Oh, sure. Yeah. If Mr. DM is willing to let us do that, I'm down.
So what you notice is that there are robot mannequin students walking all around.
Hello.
Silhouette tells you, okay, I can do like that echolocation scan again, and that's going to tell me like basic shapes of people all around, but I think they knew that, right? Like I can send it to zoom around and look with its camera too. We don't know who the boss is, like who we're looking for, right? So an echolocation scan is just going to show a bunch of people. We'd still have to like stop and look at that and see what it is. So it's up to you guys.
Asteria, I throw it to you.
I still
don't know.
I still think that having a role, because this is a game after all, is potentially more rewarding.
Agreed. Let's do
than
the
just picking a spot.
Rolling is my favorite thing.
Okay.
Rolling is my favorite.
So you're
thing.
having her investigate or the scanner do it?
Well, it's what would I roll if it's the droid? Because my thought was that she's gonna do it with the droid and then would get the D12 for gadgetry because it's one of her gadgets.
Right. So the doing a regular investigation roll without the drone would be her physically looking around, right?
Yes.
Whereas if you roll for the drone, its specific scanner is an echolocator.
Okay.
So you would add gadgetry to
I see
that
what you're saying,
and
but
have
it
the
still just
rerolls
shows us
for it.
shapes.
But it would show you a map of the whole place in terms of shape.
But
Yeah.
what about camera? What if we switch to camera instead of like radar?
Then she
That's
would
what
just be controlling the drone and sending it somewhere that she would have gone. She would be operating the gadget, so that could be a loophole.
I love loopholes.
Let's
I'm
go
gonna do that.
right on through that loophole.
Okay. Okay, so she has a gadgetry specialty.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that it's a D12
Reroll?
with rerolls?
Yeah, so you
Okay.
so roll a d12 as well, and then re-roll failures.
The one thing,
We miss you, Natasha.
the one thing is that the numbers on this dice are like dark and hard to see.
Oh no.
Okay, so that is that is a full success with a success on the gadgetry die.
God, you're rolling so good, homie.
So full success for the drone, and that's one roll. So go ahead and mark that you're one roll deep.
Oh, because it reset, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Boop.
Silhouette immediately like stops, takes point in the lobby, sends the drone down the hallway, and you see that she figures out a way on a full success that she's vaguely echolocating and looking at the results in real time, while also like seeing points of interest. She's working quickly on that full success, right?
Efficiently.
Yeah. She thinks of your idea. She realizes there are like there are kids all around. She's getting lots of images of the little robot kids. The drone gets to the door to the gymnasium and finds it closed. And like vaguely echolocates in that direction and gets a shape of only one person in that room, standing in the very center.
Oh, let's go.
And she
That's
goes,
scary.
"That's our one."
Let's go.
Let's sprint over there.
Are we doing this? Are we engaging the boss?
Yes.
Because if we step in there,
Of course.
okay.
I mean, go invisible first.
True.
Oh, that's a good idea.
True facts.
She no longer has to. She doesn't have to roll for that. She just whoop and she's gone.
Nice. So
I will note the drone is not. So it's
Yeah.
up. Do
Invisible?
you
Oh, yeah,
want
of
her to
course.
keep the drone out, or do you want her to put it back on her backpack so she can have it be invisible?
Well, the drone's only functions are scanning and camera and stuff like that, right?
It still has the turret that it had before.
Oh no,
Leave
the drone
that shit
stays
out.
out.
Yeah, the drone stays out.
Drone stays out. So she's invisible. How do you guys approach this? You make your way down the hallway, passing all the students. You get to that door.
Is it those gym doors that have like the viewer in it?
The upwards rectangle.
Yeah, with like the crisscross lines.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
It's that. Yeah.
Oh, well, actually, Silhouette should be like, what's in there?
Oh yeah, silhouette should peek through.
Silhouette peeks through, and we see standing, not quite at attention, but with a smile on her face, looking kind of like watching the door and then looking around in what is at the moment kind of a big basketball court. You see a young woman who is maybe just a little bit older, maybe a year or two older than Haramon. She has curly hair that is poking out from underneath what looks like an old school aviator like pilot helmet and goggles.
Who does?
He's wearing a brown bomber jacket, but there is tech. There's like a backpack there. And you see that there are slots for something to fall out. And she
What?
has holsters across her belt that have 2 pistols. There's also some sort of like Boba Fett rocket attachment as well on the backpack. She has a very like old school style. I'm not going to say who this is, even though Asteria seems to know, because you would only know if you know.
BB
And
would
I
know
don't
if
know
she's a superhero.
does Silhouette know who this is? Silhouette specifically has to know who this is. Silhouette peers through and then ducks her head back and looks at you guys and goes, guys,
Wait, can I roll? Because I also. Oh wait, no, she's looking. She's actively looking. Sorry.
you had her to look at by
Yeah,
herself.
yeah. Sorry,
right?
my bad.
Yeah, she comes back and she goes, so guys, this particular boss, that's Earhart. She was she graduated from Team Quickstep
Mm-hmm.
about a year back. She's very smart and fast and flies and has guns and also, just so you guys know, that's the team that broke Tonitrus's streak of winning the team tournament.
Oh.
Yeah, they've won one of these before, but it's just her by herself.
BB hat comes off, hand goes into the hat, and it becomes a shield.
Yeah.
We're doing it. I think maybe
We're
she
doing
also clicks her heels together, and I think she also has like Healy rollerblades, like Silhouette. We might have changed those. I need to go and rewatch the Level Up episode, but I think she still has the Heelys. So we got mobility.
Okay.
And protection. I really thought it was going to be we have to fight all the team leaders because you started
No,
saying
we
there's
would instantly lose.
Indeed. You said there's a woman, and I looked down and I saw there were only 3 bosses and there were 3 teams, and I was like, no! All right.
So how do you guys approach this?
When getting a scan of the building, did we see alternate entrances?
I mean, it's a gym. Like,
Yeah.
There's only so
probably
many.
a
Yeah,
couple,
the gym has, I would say, 1 door on each side,
we could
but
go
one
through,
of the doors leads to outside, to the back.
Yeah.
alley.
We got one way in.
Yeah, one way in, one way out.
in.
I mean, honestly,
do we just
she
run up
has
on her?
range. We should just roll up on her.
Yeah.
For real, for real.
For real, for
So
real.
you just open the door.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Ooh.
Do we get a surprise round?
Kick the door open, but Silhouette goes in first. So she's like looking, and then maybe we can surprise her. with the
Sure.
two of us.
Well, that's going to be a stealth roll from Silhouette, and that's one of your rolls.
Yeah, I'll ride with that.
So add your invisibility die because she's invisible.
So that's a 2d12?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna just roll
So,
this one twice.
2d12s and agility.
And agility.
Reroll 2 failures because she has a stealth skill of 2.
Okay.
Yeah, prioritizing the d12.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep this one.
The suspense.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's not that great. That was. I really should have gotten another D12. So
I can roll if you want me to.
No, I just have to remember so it's out of 5. So that was a 3 out of 5 for stealth.
3. Okay.
Both successes on the power die. I don't know if that matters though.
I think we just gotta get up close and disable all of her shit
Yeah.
as quick as we can. Yeah.
3, you said?
Yeah.
As the door is kicked open and Silhouette steps in invisibly, Earhart smiles. Her goggles flash
Yep.
green.
Yeah.
Fucking. Ah!
And she looks and she goes, "Well, hi there, Team Pantheon."
I love her. I
She's
love her
great.
so much. Okay, so question. How is combat going to work? Because if we're all trying to fight her, that's more than one
Yes,
roll.
because once you enter combat, it stops being 3 rolls and it starts being at the end of a round.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I say that I just chuck my knife at her when she says that?
We gotta roll.
We have to roll
Initiative?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because there's no surprise round.
No surprise round. Got
So
it.
we're entering initiative. I will mention, as you're about to do this, her mouth is opening to say something, and she's pointing down, and you see the lines of like, I'm about to show that I don't know basketball. The lines indicating where the court actually starts.
Mm-hmm.
You have to enter that area to officially initiate the fight,
Oh.
or you initiate the fight, which you're already doing. And I think the idea that you start doing that instead, before she even explains that to you, is like, okay, now the whole school's the battleground,
Yeah.
and it just starts. So let's roll initiative.
Whole school's a battleground.
May I let Haramon go before me, even though I just rolled 3 6s for initiative?
You can
Whoa.
hold your action.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold my action until Haramon throws.
Yeah.
Okay, so I rolled a 16, which isn't that bad.
Let's go.
And then for Silhouette,
I just stared at the 3 6s for a minute because I was like, "There's no way."
let's go.
What did Sel get?
She got a 10.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, so what?
10.
BB?
18.
18 and Harriman.
16.
16.
So she's got two revolvers, a jetpack,
Goggies.
goggies. Anything else?
Is that it?
That you've discussed, but the fight
Okay.
has been initiated now.
Or that we can see.
Yeah.
I swear to God, if that little bitch is hiding on her gun again, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
So for those who watched the Halloween episode, this is one of the that you've seen this character before.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Goated
With the sauce.
with the sauce.
And if you watched episode 2 of this season, you might also have a different perspective.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. We don't know what that means.
Amelia Earhart, no.
No.
And so at the top of the initiative, it is BB.
I really want this to just be real. I'm
But you
passing
hold your
my turn.
action.
Yeah.
You hold your action until after Harriman goes, so Harriman can go. So really, that action that you do, right? If that's you started the thing.
Yeah, that's why I'm passing it to her.
I'm chucking it from out where we were hiding. behind the doors, and I'm just chucking it and running in with my spear. So that is a dexterity
To throw the spear?
to throw my knife.
Yes.
Absolutely. Now, does this count as melee weaponry because it is a melee weapon, even though well, I guess it doesn't matter because I have both now. I have both ranged and melee. But for the sake of specialty versus skills, is this a melee attack or a ranged attack?
Ranged attack.
Okay. Hit. Okay. Up. Big money. Not big money. That was only 2.
Well, I rolled a 1. She does not have her wings
go!
out yet, so
Let's go!
you do hit.
Okay.
She was not surprised by Silhouette, but she was surprised that you just came in swinging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
We're hyper aggressive.
it's just a 1d6.
Was there no D12 involved?
Yes.
Then yes.
Okay. So 1d6 plus 1. So that's 4 points.
Nice.
I'm gonna run up just right into her shit. And I get extra attack with this hunting knife. So I'm gonna pull it out of wherever it impacted, and I'm gonna try to go for the jetpack. I'm gonna try to attack her again.
You're going specifically for the jetpack.
Yes.
Where in the jetpack?
Anywhere. I'm just trying to get the jetpack so she can't have as much mobility.
Okay. That's a targeted shot, and the thing has some armor. I'm going to give you 2 levels of disadvantage.
Okay. I have a specialty for melee weaponry, so I just won't re-roll 2. Right? Is that how that cancels out?
Right.
Okay.
Sick. Do it. Do it to her. How we looking?
Same thing. 2.
And that's 1 again, so let me see the damage.
Whoa, 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 whoa. For the extra attack though, I don't get. Hold on. Let me just make sure damage is correct. When you roll damage, it's a d6 and that's it. There's no modifiers.
Yes, for your offhand, if it's an offhand.
But for your main hand, you get modifiers.
Yeah.
Oh, so then what did I say that first damage was?
4.
4. It should be 7 for the first.
Okay.
So this is just going to be a straight d6, still plus 1, but a straight d6. So that's 2.
Sick.
Shit.
Okay.
Listen.
2 to the jetpack.
We're doing the damage.
So you kind of scratch across its surface at the connector, but this thing is sturdy metal, so it's going to take a lot to bring this thing down.
It's like fighting diamond with diamond. Like
yeah.
But now the spear is out. I put the
sick.
knife away and the spear's out.
Okay.
Mhm.
My turn?
And at the end of that turn,
Uh-huh.
I will say that a ping comes over, and actually the cameras, not the cameras, the mics
Uh-huh.
begin to project through the room Prestige's voice that is also being recorded for everyone to see. A boss has been engaged.
Oh, okay.
So now everyone knows a boss has been engaged.
If Team Prestige was thinking with portals, they probably could have deduced who is engaging the boss.
If they pull up on us, I might be so pissed.
Well, remember, you don't, as far as you know, no one else knows the whole layout of the map like you guys do.
Oh, fair.
That's true. Yeah.
Although, who knows what they're doing?
Who
What methods?
knows?
My turn?
Yes.
All right. Seeing Harriman run up on Earhart, I'm gonna be like, that's a good idea. And I'll follow behind Harriman. I'm basically at their shoulder. My left arm goes up to the visor, and I go, big fan of your work. Bang. And then try to concussive blast to shatter the visor.
Ooh, ha ha ha.
You don't get to see my friend, my invisible friend. No.
No.
All right, and I'm rolling with this gold filament D12 that Ben gave us, or gave me for BB.
It's another targeted shot.
Uh-huh. But I'm literally putting the weapon to the thing I'm trying to hit.
Yes. But the mechanic is such, it doesn't have the same armor that the jetpack does. So I'm going to say it's only one level
Okay.
of disadvantage.
So what does that mean again?
Reroll one success, prioritizing sixes.
Okay, well I have sharpshooter, which allows me to re-roll one. So
it's just flat.
It's just flat. Okay. Let's go!
Big money.
Okay. 3 out of... No. 4 out of 4 successes, success on the power die.
Okay.
That's 2 for her. So it does hit.
So that's 2d6 plus your modifier.
Okay. Which is 3. So we're looking at... that is 9 damage.
Ooh.
9 damage.
Ooh.
There is a solid crack across it. It is barely holding on, literally barely holding on,
Fuck.
but it is not shattered.
But does it look functional?
Yeah, it looks functional. You don't really know what this thing does
yeah.
specifically is the thing.
Yeah.
But it's not like glitching out or anything.
It is, its utility is diminished a little bit.
Do I have second attack?
Yeah.
How many d12s do you have in your power?
1 in each. But can I... Because I have 1 for the concussive, 1 for the blasty.
Well, what we had worked out before is that if you do a concussive blast, you have one.
Right. Okay,
If you
no.
do,
I agree with you. I forgot. Sorry, my bad.
yeah, because it's a bigger shot. So it's
Yeah.
either you do your big heavy or you do
Mhm.
your individuals.
End of my turn.
Yeah.
So
And
silhouette.
that was big heavy.
Yeah, that was big heavy.
Which brings it to silhouette.
Okay. Here's what we have at our disposal, Eric.
If she could fully pull the jetpack, that's my dream.
We have the Hubba Bubba Whip, which we could try to use.
Oh, that's
to-
electrified now too.
Yes, that we could try to use to short circuit the jetpack. We have the drone with the turret. That's it.
What I'm most worried about right now for us are her guns. We can't get
Yes.
both guns away, but allowing her not to move is probably our primary.
I think that's a smarter. If we could try to have Silhouette
Keep her in place and have silhouette weapon.
grab her weapons, I think.
Okay, yeah, I'm down.
Because without her weapons, then her ability to defeat us,
Yeah, and
as we know it, is diminished.
and we can shoot her jetpack from farther away.
And we could use her own guns against her.
Yeah.
So I would like to use Silhouette in invisible form. Does she still have her skates out? I think she does, because she
Yeah.
never put them away. To just try to skate by and grab and disarm her gunnies, her pew pews.
To skate by.
Well, not skate by, but to skate up and grab her guns and disarm her.
Out of the holsters?
Yeah.
Because if Harriman and I are both in this woman's face, even if she can kind of see invisibility, Silhouette would have strafed behind at this point.
So the utility of being stealthed is she clocked her before. The stealth roll failed.
Yes, but that was also with a utility that potentially she doesn't have anymore. A gadget that she potentially cannot see her with anymore.
That was never confirmed. It seemed like it.
Mm.
But you have to operate with the knowledge that you have, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So it seems like, sure. So if she still makes that choice, the question is, does she still have to roll a new stealth? I mean, she's moving. She was clocked where she was. If she stopped and alters her course,
Mhm.
then yes. I think what happens now is that she can roll the power die for invisibility, but not the stealth rerolls.
Okay.
Except the thing has been shattered and it does have a utility, so she gets I'm gonna say she gets 1 stealth reroll instead of her 2.
Okay.
It's like a 1 level of disadvantage now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what am I
For her.
rolling now to
Yeah.
do this?
So this is going to be an agility roll with the invisibility power die.
Can I just have one of your D12s, please? Can I have the purple one? Because purple is
Yeah.
Silhouette's favorite color.
Yeah.
I'll give you this one.
Yeah.
I want this one.
I was looking at this one anyways.
Yeah.
So, okay, so I'm rolling agility with her
And then you only
invisibility.
get 1 of the stealth rerolls
Okay.
instead of 2.
Oh boy. Ugh. But I don't get any real rolls on invisibility. Or I do. Because I get 1 reroll in general.
The invisibility doesn't have rerolls. The stealth is what would give rerolls. You would get 2. Right now you only get 1.
But what I'm saying is I get 1 it's like I get 1 reroll and I can use it on either a D6 or a D12.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
Rerolls prioritize the D12 because that has more function.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that is 4 out of 5.
So as Silhouette attempts to sneak up on her and grab the pistols, her head snaps to where Silhouette is.
Mhm.
She feels the movement brushing against, and you realize she's got this bomber jacket, and it like cuts around. Like the cut of the jacket is where the pistols are. So Silhouette has to maneuver around that, and she whips around in time that it makes noise. And as a reaction, her hand comes out to try and smack away.
Smack you little piece
So
of hands.
I need you to make it's going to be an opposed dexterity.
Okay. That's 3.
I also get 3.
Need to beat it?
Well, technically I'm defender right now, right?
Technically, you are defender right now because she's the one who, as a reaction, went to.
Yes. So technically
Fair.
she gets it.
Technically, she smacks
Technically.
Silhouette's hand away.
It's a very funny image. of
Now
just
we're
like,
gonna
get away.
Now we're gonna murder this woman.
This is not a second year. This is a graduate.
Yeah.
So there is,
They're a boss for a reason. She's a
Mhm.
boss for a reason.
it was a good idea, but she's good at perceiving. Okay. Does Silhouette have any other actions?
I think her only thing is because the drone is an action and we just use like so much of her action. The only thing is I can add my skating skill to dodge checks for
Mhm.
when it's about to be her turn.
Yeah,
So that's
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
Cool. Which brings us down to Earhart herself.
1 fear.
Her wings pop out on either side of her jetpack. A rocket in her jetpack fires to life and she shoots vertically straight up 20 feet.
That's not good.
She can disengage when she rockets up with her wings the first time. And she can do that for free.
Let's see how she can do when we fucking blow that shit out of the sky.
She flies straight up, pulls her pistols out. 1 goes for BB and 1 goes for Harriman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So against BB,
Oh, you're not gonna try to hit the fucking invisible girl you can see? That just tried to steal your gun? Alright. What am I rolling? Agility?
yep, it's a dodge.
Oh, I have my shield. Does that add anything?
I feel like it should.
I feel like it should too.
Yeah, didn't we wrote down the mechanics of the shield, right?
Yes, I don't remember them. I don't know if I have them in front of me right now. It's okay for now. Let me just see what I roll. That is...
We could just call it a cool reroll.
Yeah. That sounds good to
Of
me.
1, yeah.
Yeah.
I got a tree.
What I recall is that you can either try to dodge or you can try to tank it into the shield.
Okay.
I
think I'll try to dodge then. I got a 2 out of 3.
2 out of 3 to dodge. I get 1, 2, 3. So she rolls 3.
Fuck.
So the dummy bullets do hit you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're not using real bullets.
It's a failure on the power die, so that is only going to be 1d6. 4 plus dex. So 7 points of damage as
Damn.
these presumably rubber bullets, one of them just poof, into your clavicle. Remember that you have a damage reduction of 1, though,
Oh, right.
if you're near costume. So it's actually 1 less than whatever I say.
Got it. Okay.
What about
40
me?
43 health points, Blaza. You're dead.
Oh, instantly.
Yeah.
Just next
The
time.
success, it's actually part of the game, is that when you succeed, you actually die.
5 out of 4.
Oh,
I got
no.
a 3. I got a 3.
Okay.
A 3 has been got.
That's so nasty.
Success on the power die, 2d6.
See, this is why I'm taking this one though. For reasons I'm about to reveal to the audience.
Oh, shit.
That is 10 points of damage.
Oh, God.
But it's actually 5.
Whoa!
Because my costume has upgraded armor capability, and I get to roll a d6 of damage reduction instead of just the base 1. And I rolled a 5.
Get crazy, get wild.
You stupid.
Can
Can I flavor text that?
Sure.
Are these these are physical dummy bullets, right?
Yeah.
I think Hermone gets shot with this dummy bullet and they don't even move out the way, they just flinch and take it.
Damn. That's hot.
At the end of this round, I have to make a roll for Team Indigo.
Ba 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 boo.
If they pull up on us, I'm gonna
Dead.
shoot them.
Murder.
Murdered.
Okay, so numbers have been crunched, charts, pieces, things have been moved around the board.
Professionals
and
have been consulted with.
none of it affects you guys at the moment. So we're going to go ahead
Ooh.
and reset the counter
1 to 0 to 1
Do we hear any announcements?
to 1.
to 1. Oh yeah.
Or no, 0. Yeah, because you have to do 1, 2, 3. So it's back
Yes.
at 0.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't hear any announcement for it, no. Because nothing has resolved at the moment.
We're absolutely beating our teammates or our friends' asses.
We go back up to BB.
Oh shit, okay.
So Earhart is
So-
now flying 20 feet above your head.
She's all airborne and shit. I know that Hermone just did 4 damage on the pack. The
Two.
jetpack?
Two,
Okay.
two.
Then I am gonna pull up behind and do a double shot into the jetpacks of the normal
Okay.
BB bang bang bullets.
So you have 1d12 in each power, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the way that I do it mechanically is you get 2 attacks when you have 2 d12s in a power, in a damage power. What we've been doing, right, is the offhand. We haven't had combat in a while.
Oh,
so-
okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So you have your first attack, and then your second one is just gonna be unmodified in the damage. The
That's how I was understanding it too. I just
Yeah.
was saying double attack.
Yeah. Yeah. Just making sure the audience, if this is the first combat they're seeing with you, if they're just
Absolutely,
joining
yeah.
us for this season. So, yeah.
Oh right.
The first attack, remember, 2 levels of disadvantage for going for the jetpack.
And I have sharpshooter, so it's just 1 level of disadvantage.
Uh-huh.
So do I have to re-roll 1 success even and make it a negative?
Well, it might not make it a negative, but you just
Yeah.
have to
You just have to
re-roll.
re-roll 1
Okay.
success. Yeah.
Yeah. Because you might succeed again on that die.
Now she gets knight.
Oh, good. Oh shit. It turned into 2 6s instead of
Hell yeah.
a 6 and a 4. So. Oh shit, yeah. 5 out of 4. Success on the power die.
It's gonna be close.
Oh.
1, 2,
Oh.
3. She rolls 3.
Let's go.
She has a
Um,
much beefier dodge when her wings are out.
So I roll my
2d6.
2d6 plus.
What did you get on the power die?
A 9
So yeah, 2d6. 2d6
plus
your
my
dex.
dex modifier for sure. Spicy. That's a 12.
Damn.
Yeah.
On her jetpack.
A 5 and a 4 plus 3.
Oh, it's on the jet. It's not damage to her. It's damage.
No, it's on the jetpack. Yeah. But if she falls, that might be damage to her.
Yeah.
And then.
So 12, you said.
12.
Yes.
Yeah. So
the jetpack.
total of 14 damage in the jetpack.
14 total.
Yes.
not 12.
Including my 2.
Including hormones. too.
Okay.
Sorry,
Yeah, I've already factored that in. So
Yeah.
just
Gotcha.
your
Sorry
one
about that.
is 12.
Yes.
And so
Jetpack
then
is
The
14 down.
jetpack is sparking, but still.
Again,
Still
again,
up.
again.
So,
So
yeah,
do I-
take the second shot.
I re-roll without the power die or with the power die? Or...
With the power die, so you still have 2 levels of disadvantage
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's a targeted shot on something that is pretty heavily armored. But
Yeah.
when you roll damage, if you hit, you don't add your modifier. It'll only be the die.
Bet. Okay. So that's 3 out of 4 success on the power die again. Wait, sorry, I didn't roll my disadvantage. My bad. Still 3 out of 4.
Okay, so for this one, she rolls 4. So the second one, she sees where the shot is coming from, and she corkscrews in the air, kind of in place, and then lands kind of back where she was as the shot goes wide, and then pings off of the walls.
Gotcha. Maybe Harriman can get it unless they need to do something else. And I think that's the end of my turn because I'll probably move back a little. No, I'll move in towards her actually because she has guns and I want to fuck her shit up.
Yeah. I will also note, in this room, there are bleachers on either side that are hollow that you can get under if you wanted to. There are the basketball hoops on either side. Those are the basic elements of what's here. And if there are other things that would be in your basic high school gymnasium, and you guys want to work with that idea,
Dodgeballs.
something we did on the other episode as well, if people are tuning in from the previous episode with the Legends team, is when we get into these familiar kinds of environments where it's like, this case, a school, right? When you roll really well, you can put some input on like what kind of thing might be here, if it makes sense.
I guess she will then duck down behind. So dodgeballs, let's say it's a rack of basketballs.
So you just take some cover.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So that'll probably give you about half cover.
Sick.
So 2 levels of disadvantage against you next
We
time.
love it. And that is the end of my turn.
Brings us over to Harriman then.
So how far up in the air is she?
20.
20? Is she near the side of the bleachers? That is like
No, she's centered in the room. And this is a particularly tall, domed gymnasium. She's got a lot more feet to work with.
Do you have a knife to throw?
I have a knife to throw, but I also have a whip that I can use.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Which has 20 feet on it. So, okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna reach into Silhouette's backpack or her hip thing. And this is something I think that Team Pantheon has discussed and become okay with. Like, if there's an idea, like,
Oh yeah.
just do it. Just grab
Just grab
the
it.
thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to grab Silhouette's Hubba Bubba whip, and I'm gonna try to whip her down. I'm gonna try to grab
There
her
we
and yank her to the floor.
Okay.
Now, for the electrification, is that just like a free thing that I can activate?
If it hits, it will do a d6 of electric damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to do that. Counts as melee weaponry, so I get my rerolls.
Hell
And this is not a
yeah.
targeted shot. This is
No, this is just,
An
I'm
attempt
gonna
to
try to grab her wherever I can. I think it would be really cool if I could grab her by the neck, but
Oh,
I'm
fuck.
not calling that.
Just fucking electrify her neck.
Yeah. Okay. Shit, it's only 2.
That's 4. So as the whip
Fuck.
cracks again, she fully just like I think she even like kicks off her thrusters and like lets herself fall a few feet and then thrust back up.
So it says here for Silhouette, she has it says gadgetry 1d12 and specialty. When she's rolling for gadgetry, she's not rolling with a d12, right?
Yes, she is.
Oh, so then I should
Because that determines the damage of it.
So then I should be rolling a d12 for my specialty.
Yes.
I haven't been doing that. Let me just do that really fast. No, that only brings it up to 3. So that's
Oh fuck! I forgot BB has a martial arts specialty. I need to actually use that.
Does Silhouette have any secondary action?
That was Caramel.
that's me.
Oh, duh.
Yeah.
I was just clarifying. I am gonna throw that fucking knife again.
Hell yeah, do it. Stab her ass. Are you gonna cold shot the jetpack or just anywhere?
Just anywhere.
For sure.
So this is a knife throw?
Yeah. So that is 4. 4 to her.
4 to her.
4 to her.
4 to her.
That's only 3, so you did get one.
Yeah!
And this is just general.
Maybe I should have just done a call shot, but it's fine. Yeah, it's
all
just
good.
general. Wherever hurts the most.
Okay.
Because
Center
Silhouette
mass.
can also
Center
take out this
mass.
backpack next.
Oh, max damage though. So that's
Woo,
7.
wow.
7 to her.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. I can only imagine that she also has soak on her.
Mm-hmm.
On her though.
We'll get her.
I'm trying to think.
For Silhouette.
For me, what makes the most sense. I think I'm gonna go under the bleachers. Just so she can't hit me as easily again.
Do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So now it's just Silhouette and the drone.
Do we want to take out the visor or do we want to take out the jetpack?
I think the jetpack is more important
agree.
because it gives
Yeah.
her the mobility.
Mm-hmm.
Mobility. So Silhouette turn.
Yeah.
I think it's time for the drone to
agree,
enter
yeah.
to enter the arena. So attacking with the drone just acts like a gadgetry check.
Yep,
Okay.
but with dexterity.
But with dexterity. Okay. So that's 3 and a d12.
With it would normally be all re-rolled failures, but it's 2 levels of disadvantage. Because it's targeted, right?
No. I mean, the drone is just shooting at her.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, no, yes, it is.
You just
because
said that-
We're
yeah.
going for the jetpack. I have a lot of numbers in my brain right now.
Yeah.
So however that shakes out with
So it's 2 disadvantages, but she gets all rerolls, so she gets
Yeah.
to reroll what the difference is between.
what the difference is.
What does she get for gadgetry rerolls? What's the stat number?
It's a specialty, so it's all.
It's any, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it just cancels out?
Well, it would be 2 levels of disadvantage, but yeah,
What
so
is
I
the
guess
nu-
it does
It
cancel
just
out.
cancels out.
It does cancel out because it's all, yeah,
But is it
Yeah.
rolling intelligence?
It's rolling dex.
for this, yeah.
Because
Because
wouldn't
she's
it just be
controlling it.
for sure the difference between the dex and the 2? Because if her dex is 3, she'd get 1 reroll. Is all I'm saying.
Well, if she was going to reroll all failures, but she would have to reroll 2 successes, there's more of that. I think it does cancel out when you have a special.
Okay, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's more than the difference.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm rolling it straight.
I got to. Oh, wait. Okay, so I don't re-roll any failures for this. It's essentially a straight roll.
Oh, I
That's
understand.
what
I
was
understand now
saying.
what Eric
The
is
difference
saying.
between the
You
dex
still
and
get
2
yeah.
is the amount
So you
of rerolls
still
you-
do get a reroll.
I get 1 re-roll.
Yeah.
That helped. Oh my god.
Yeah.
You're a legend.
Yeah.
But this is not the Legends Institute.
Yeah. Fuck them.
I got 4.
I only got 2. Surprisingly bad roll with a good
Success
amount
on
of
the
die.
gadgetry die, so it's 2d6
And this is on the jetpack, yeah.
on the jetpack. So it's 2d. It's usually 1d6 plus my intelligence modifier, for damage. Or is it
For
dash?
silhouette, for
There's a-
silhouette's damage.
I don't see where that went.
I have it. Right?
Mhm.
Yes. Plus 6 plus 4 is 10 damage to the jetpack.
10 damage to the jetpack. The jetpack only has 1.
Yeah.
Can that carry over then?
It does. That is what happens.
Yes.
So 1
Let's go silhouette.
goes to the jetpack, and you see that it shorts out. It
Mhm.
doesn't explode or break. It's a pretty clean chipping away, but it's like that circuitry, right? And it shorts out, and the rest of the strike goes straight to her, and she actually does go, "Gah!" And she takes the remaining 9 points.
Hell yeah.
Get
Hell-
nasty on her.
Get nasty.
She
get
also
loud.
falls out of the sky immediately, and she's 20 feet up. The threshold is 10 to start hurting, and it's a d6 first, so it's 2d6. But she
Oh my
needs
God.
she needs to make an agility save.
Does she take half if she succeeds? Nice.
She needs half or more. Okay, so she's 2 out of 3, so she will take half.
Nice. But that's still
Nice.
something.
Yeah, that is.
The damage is 9, so rounded down is 4. So she takes 4 more damage. As she does catch herself, and she lands on her feet, but it's like you hear something not like crack or snap, but something like crunches ever so slightly as she hits ground,
Ooh.
and then she like cowboy spins the pistols in her hands and goes, "Not bad."
Sorry that we're breaking your stuff and you have to fix it after this.
Are your arthritic bones kind of getting in the way there with the landing?
Damn.
Saying to a woman like truly 2 years older than me.
Yeah. Well, she's a few because she's only like
She's
1
like
or
23.
2 years older than Haramon.
Yeah, so like
5 or 6 years older than you.
mhm.
Yeah. So
24, 25, yeah.
the funny thing is that she does actually kind of laugh at that. She goes, "Well, I am vintage."
Oh
That's
my
fine.
god. This is
She's
a PR event for them as much as it is us.
Which that was Silhouette who did that.
She looks into
Yeah.
the camera, winks.
So it's now Earhart's turn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, please don't shoot my drone. Please don't shoot our drone friend, please.
Please don't shoot the drone.
Please don't shoot the drone.
I don't. Yeah, let's roll for it. Let's roll for it. So
She got 4 targets.
1,
2 with half cover.
Sure.
And 1's invisible.
1, 2, Silhouette 3,
Drone
drone
4.
4.
Mm.
D4.
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 3, so that's going to be Silhouette herself.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
It's okay. She hasn't taken any damage. Does the stealth come into it at all?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
No, because she knows where she is.
For sure.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. It's only 1 with rerolls. Uh-oh.
Oh, no. The first time she's rolled badly.
Add the you can still put the invisibility d12 on it. The stealth doesn't count because she knows where she is, but the invisibility still makes the shot harder.
Got it.
2. Wait, actually, hold on. I didn't know that. I'm gonna need to re-roll the whole thing because I would have re-rolled the power die if I had known. So
For
I'm
sure.
just gonna
As long as
Yeah,
Anne's
yeah.
chill with
translate
that.
it.
I'm
That's
chilling.
that's what I
Yeah.
would rule also.
Okay. Okay. Still 2.
Okay,
Sick.
that's 5 for her.
The gods
So she
wanted
does
this to
hit Silhouette.
happen. The
She
dice
does-
gods.
She does hit Silhouette.
She wants to fucking murder this
Success on the
invisible
power
girl.
die. 2d6, so 6 plus 3, so 9 points of damage to Silhouette. As
Oh,
you
God.
see, you don't see, and I think Silhouette doesn't like cry out really either.
Mhm.
You just hear the impact, the boom,
Pew! We just see the
Ow.
bullet bounce off.
off of nothing.
Yeah.
Baby girl, no.
Baby girl, no.
And then second shot, we'll d4 it again because it's
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
2. So the second one's going to BB.
Oh, okay. I thought I was 2, but I'm not.
No, 1, 2.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah.
But she got 2 disadvantage.
That's true.
Please, mama.
Please.
And she would normally have 2 advantage, so it's a straight roll.
Oh, nice.
That is 2 out of 3.
I rolled 3, a 6 and
Yeah,
a
that
4.
checks out.
Failure on the power dice, only 1d6.
Oh, that's something.
She fully has 2 attacks.
2 attacks on this, or 2 attacks
In
counting
general.
In
Okay.
general.
So she
yeah.
still gets her modifier for this attack.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So, so 7 points of damage. To be-
Fuck. Jesus Christ.
-1.
Minus 1.
Minus
So I'm
1,
at 37. I think.
Vintage, but not
Vintage.
expired.
Wow, you're good, is all she hears out from behind the bleachers.
I just. Sorry, my eardrum just burst from this basketball popping in front of me. Because I'm hiding behind a basketball thing.
That is the end of a round. So, because of what Team Indigo specifically got up to,
Oh, shit.
I have to resolve what they're actively doing, and I still get to roll for prestige. So
Okay.
what they're actively doing,
Okay.
let's see how far they get.
So what are we doing for the next round?
Waylon, because she's on the ground now.
So you guys hear Prestige say over the intercom, "A citizen has been saved."
Oh,
Catch up.
for real. We're already on our second task.
We're talking so much shit, and if we lose, I'm gonna be devastated. Or maybe it's I'm talking so much shit, and if we lose, I will be devastated.
Yeah, I think Team Pantheon has more grace than we do in real life.
True. Yeah. I'm so nervous. What's Team Prestige doing? I also feel bad if we beat Mr. Minaj in this, but
Listen, like I said in the first episode of this season, Teutonotrus, some lessons worth the learning are not learned easily.
true.
So you know,
Wise.
if he needs this to get shaken out of it, or if he needs to learn and grow from it, you know, who am I to be to get in the way of his growth?
True.
That is to say, I'm going to kick his butt.
I feel like Ian is going through like a Dewey Decimal System of
A little bit.
possible outcomes.
If him and I are in a seed in a bracket together for the individuals, out.
He's also so fucked because you're a hunter. Like
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
so fucked. Sure,
I mean,
he's
I did beat his ass in volume 1
True.
in episode 2, so we'll see. I feel like I know at least one scripted match.
Helix and Backtrack?
Yeah.
Narrative.
Narrative. My two boys need to learn how to get along.
True.
You also hear Prestige say, "A hero token has been found."
Ooh.
Do we see anything disappear on our map?
Yeah,
No,
does
the
it
Joan
update
isn't out.
real
No, because
time?
it was taken
Joan
once,
isn't seeing
so-
anything. Yeah.
Ah.
Mhm.
So in theory, we could do it multiple times and have
Yeah.
it update that way.
But that could be at the end of this episode.
That's true. You could do it multiple times. The thing about the way that this works too is that it's not that she was getting this full 3D image of the entire city necessarily. It was that she had it scan for the signal that is connected to your phone that would tell you that there was a thing in what area.
For sure.
That's how you now know what thing is in what area. right?
Yes, but if
So
that
she
thing
could-
goes away,
yeah, if it
the
goes
signal
away,
will disappear. Yeah.
then yeah,
then we haven't updated.
theoretically.
Theoretically.
Yeah. So next episode, maybe there's a new map.
New map.
New map, Too Furious.
Okay. So
Da-da-da.
there were those actually were some point getting developments from both other
Uh-oh.
teams, which brings us back into the combat with BB.
But
From
what's
behind the
what
bleachers.
else happened?
I don't tell you. I don't have to tell you if it doesn't involve you. I don't have to tell you.
But don't they announce when points have been gotten?
Yeah,
Yeah, and they
a
did.
citizen and a hero token.
Okay, citizen and a hero ticket. Okay, got
Yep.
it.
They don't say
Um,
who did it.
But does it
Um,
update on our thing? Because we said points show on the watches. I did that to fuck you. It was totally intentionally.
I will say I didn't have it so you guys could actively see what the other teams were getting, but I don't see why not. And I think it could add tension.
Well, because it adds strategy. It's like we have to figure out
point
what we
system
want
thing,
to try
yeah.
to go
Yeah, 'cause
for.
At this moment too, they're the first points acquired. So you don't know like who did what, but knowing what the points are, these
We
are the
do.
only thing you can who so Team Prestige has 2 and Indigo has 4 right now.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay.
And you guys also have 4.
Yes. How
think-
is Earhart looking?
Not great. Definitely less than half.
Cool.
I'm just gonna start blasting. Same BB shot. We're done with the clever trying to break her shield. We just need to do this quick and nasty. So I come out from behind the basketballs and start blasting. First roll, we are looking at a 4-4.
4-4, 4-4, 4-4.
With a success on the power die.
That is a 2.
Sick.
Hell yeah.
Okay. 2 plus the power die. That is, or sorry, not 2 plus the power die. 2 plus my stat thing. That is 11 points of damage.
Damn.
5 and a 3 plus 3.
Okay. That shot, you see that it actually does concuss a dent right through the like the armor under the jacket. And you can see it dented in, and she staggers back, holding onto the guns. But as she picks herself up, she is a professional, but you can tell that she is struggling now.
Sorry, friend.
Winded.
Okay. Second shot.
Offhand? Okay.
Offhand shot, yeah. That is 2 out of 4 not success on the power die.
Okay. And I also roll a 2. You are the attacker, so you do get it.
Sick.
Nice.
But that's a 1 hit with no, because I didn't succeed on the power die. So 1d6, no modifier, correct?
Yes, just 1d6.
All right, mama. 4.
Okay.
Cool.
The second one hits, and you can see like the second shot makes a smaller dent, like to the right of it. Like you kind of, and then she gets herself up, and in the time it takes for her to get herself up, the other one.
Can I
She's still
can
in
I
the
do
center?
something else? Can I do something else?
Depends on what it is.
I just wanna kick the basketball thing towards her, like the basketball cart.
If it has no mechanical benefit, then you can just do it. But if you want it to have a mechanical benefit, you would have needed a secondary action or your action.
The better mechanical benefit is to duck down behind it, so I'll just duck down behind it. My end of my turn.
Which makes it Hermon.
Would you say that she is categorically staggered or like still winded?
She looks like she is very winded and tired, and her armor is dented, her main gadget of flying, like she's easy to hit now. She does not look like she has much left in terms of this.
Okay, let me ask you. I don't know if there is a mechanic for winded in this game or like staggered in this game. Okay, well, I'm just gonna do what I want to do then. I'm gonna run up to her with my spear out. I'm going to stab one-handed with my hand at the bottom of the spear, and I'm gonna try to faint her out, and I'm gonna swing around, grab the other side of the spear with my other hand, and pull down and try to get her on the ground as like a submission, face first.
So not a... Okay. This is a grapple. If you're not trying to do damage.
I mean, I'm trying to hit her face into the ground so it hurts, but I am trying to get her to submit.
Going for the submission win.
Yeah.
Not trying to just life point her out.
Yeah, I don't want
Right.
to knock her out because that's mean.
But if you're trying to submit so that she isn't moving, right?
Yeah.
Utility-wise, that is a grapple. You are
Okay.
trying to hold her in place.
Is a grapple specifically just a main action thing? Because can I slam her into the ground and then say that my grapple is I just push down for my secondary action?
A secondary action grapple, the only way you're going to get away with that is through stacking success if you roll outstanding on your main action.
Okay.
That's the thing, right? We have to distinguish actions by the actual effect.
Yes.
You are both trying to do damage, like an attack,
Yes.
and grapple.
That's why
You
saying
don't have a specific grapple skill, Jane.
I don't.
Therefore, it's one action at a time,
Yes.
and the mechanic of stacking success is the only way you're going to be able to do both. Otherwise, you have to pick one.
So if I succeed on the attack, and the attack is I'm pulling her down and she's smacking her head on the floor. Then if I succeed on that, then I can say I'm going to try to grapple her now by pushing her down.
With a secondary action,
Because she's already in the position I want her to be in.
right? With a secondary action and no specific grappling skills on your sheet,
Yes.
that would ordinarily be an action. If you roll outstanding, then you have the momentum to like try that and have it be a
Got it.
normal try.
Got him. Well,
If not, it will take more than this turn to do, or you can try it and it'll be full disadvantage.
I don't want that.
Because that is an action thing, a grapple is.
Okay,
For
got
you.
it.
Yeah.
Understood. Understood. I'm gonna just go for the smack. So I have to roll an outstanding success of my own die.
Yes, an outstanding success of your own die for the rolling like action. Yeah, succeeding forward, really.
Damn it. Fuck. I got a full success. I got 4 out of 4, but not an outstanding success.
I only roll 1.
Okay. With a success on the power die, so that's 2d6.
I don't think it's possible for you not to.
7 plus 1 is 8, plus 3 is 11.
Okay, so she had 2 HP. So this is the other way you can accomplish this. Yeah, so now you can flavor text, how does Haramode end this encounter?
Well, can I just flavor and text it as a grapple?
That's exactly. You could just write, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the third option.
I'm going to do what I said. Feint, swing it around, pull her down, and just flip around and get on top of her with the spear on her neck. So she kind of has to jujitsu, like tap out with her hand.
Yep.
But I'm going to just say, submit.
You see her kind of like,
Maybe I put my like, I'm like straddling her body with my knees on her arms. So all she can really do is just like tap with her wrist.
she assesses the situation through her cracked goggles. She can't get to her guns. You have her arms. And she gets the biggest grin on her face. She is not upset by this. Like her whole demeanor changes. Almost like this like a sweet mom who's proud of you. And she's specifically looking for Silhouette again. But now she's lost her in the throes of all of this. And she does tap out and she goes, "Call it prestige. They got me." The camera pushes in on her smiling and saying that, and Prestige says, "The first boss has been defeated."
Yay!
And your point counter goes up.
Yes, sir. To 10? Because there were 6 question mark?
Yeah, and no one interfered with it.
Ha 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 ha. Hee hee hee.
And Prestige says over the intercom, "No point in hiding it, folks. These early points, well, you can see them for yourself. Team Pantheon taking an outstanding early lead. But it's still anyone's game." And the voice fades out, the camera pushing on you, and then it fades back to sort of watch you guys. She goes, "You can let me go at any time. It's that's official now."
Oh, yeah.
Fuck, I'm sorry. I was celebrating so much, and I don't think the mic cut any of that. But I say to Earhart, "Hey, we gotta run, but it was a pleasure meeting you, and sorry for the joke I made."
Yeah, all's fair in tournament and tournament.
Do one quick favor on the count of 3. Just take a deep breath in. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Psh, and I send her a little healing her way.
Oh,
Oh, that's wonderful. Now you should really get a move on.
yeah.
Truly.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Impressive work, everyone. Pleasure to meet you.
I'll buy you some ship shake later. Okay.
You hear her laughing as you step away, and now these points cannot be gotten by anyone else. No one else can fight Earhart.
Yes.
You've taken 1/3 of the bosses off the board.
Ha ha ha.
Should we run into the alley and see if the hero token's still there?
Yes.
That's a good
Yeah.
idea.
Yes.
That's a
Just
really
to
good idea.
snag 2 more points real quick.
Real quick.
So that
If
was
we walk, yeah, sorry.
that was the end of that wasn't the end of another round. Technically, because we didn't get to the end of a round,
Mhm.
I don't think I can do the counter. I think it's at whatever it was at before.
I would say it's okay. We got points. I would say it's okay for the counter to go up. Hermon, how do you feel?
Do you want the counter to go up?
As in, like, you roll for the other teams?
Yeah.
No. Oh, this would be fully rolling for another team?
Yeah.
Well,
no, never mind. Sorry,
ordinarily-
I thought.
Ordinarily, at the end of a round, right? But you took her down before the
her
end of a
turn,
round,
yeah.
so
I
the counter should
misunderstood.
be.
I
reset,
thought-
I think.
Mhm.
At the end of a round, the counter went up 1.
No, at the end
Okay.
during combat, at the end of a round, it's just a roll.
Yeah.
that makes
for
a lot
another
of
team.
sense.
And if another team is actively engaged in something, if they find something, then that roll happens too, and the other team rolls.
I would love for the counter to reset.
I think
Yes,
I think
me
it does
too.
because
I also
because
would
you
like that. Or
you
be
did
at
it in the middle
1.
of a round.
Be
One,
at
yeah,
1.
Yeah, you did it in the middle of a round, so it's at
So
one.
it'll be at 1, and then looking for
Perfect.
this, we'll go to 2 for the next roll.
Love it.
So
I
as
think that's
you're
fair.
as
Yeah,
you're
I
running,
agree.
Silhouette goes, "Oh, okay, yeah. The token, the technical area of the token is, well, it's listed like it's in the parking lot, like it's not part of the
Mm.
school. But the weird thing about this one is that it's not explicitly in. Like you can see how the areas are labeled. She's saying this as you're running out there.
Yeah.
You can see how the areas are labeled, right? But it's in an area between the school, like it's hovering over the parking lot that is not labeled. I don't know what to do with that information, but let's find out.
Let's find out. Are there cars?
So you
bus?
step out into the sunlight, and you look around very quickly, and you see, despite the fact that there are students, quote unquote, all over the campus, there are no cars parked out here in the parking lot. The only
Oh.
thing that is here is a single yellow school bus
Mm-hmm.
that reads Soaring High. All of the windows, however, are blacked out, and the door is closed, and the windows on the door is blacked out as well.
Do we know what is meant by hero token?
Yeah.
Oh, he showed an image of it
Mm.
holographically
What is
at
it?
first. It looks like a little silver coin with the essentially a logo of Moonlight Academy on it,
Okay.
which is an F and then a C, but the C is a crescent moon
Okay.
for Moonlight. So that's the same crest that Mr. Menagerie wears on his varsity jacket.
Mhm.
God, he has a varsity jacket? Is he even on
Yeah.
a team?
All American.
Are there even teams? Anyways.
Maybe at the non-hero.
That's true.
Okay. Anyways.
I feel like it might be like one of those dangly mirror things.
Ooh, that would be good. That'd be
Um,
good.
But we could look on the outside of the I mean, they're trying to hide the inside of the bus. It's inside the bus, ain't it?
It's either inside the bus or under, or maybe it's under the hood. It has to be slightly hidden, right?
Yeah.
Let's just
Uh,
look. We're going.
We're going. I try to get into the bus.
So you just open the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you go to try it, and you realize that I don't need to make a dice roll here. Or you don't need to make a dice roll here,
Mhm.
because the door is not locked.
Mhm.
So
Oh.
if you genuinely are just trying to open the door to the bus, you can do that.
Right?
Yay.
As you do that, you hear...
Terrifying.
Is it a
Inside the
robot
bus.
bus driver?
Hello.
I go in.
Can we say while this? I don't want to like count our chickens before they hatch,
Of course.
in case we have to make more rolls. but I think it would be prudent to have the bot do another sweep.
Yeah. And maybe we get the updated map in the next episode.
Yes.
So that Ian has time to do it. But have the
So
bot do the other sweep.
Okay, so one of your rolls then put the
turn
counter up because it's
2.
actively going and trying to do that.
Yes.
And it'll give it to you after this round.
After this, in the next episode.
After this interaction, yeah.
Yeah, so the drone flies off and is making another sweep. Meanwhile, BB, you step onto this bus and you hear whistling, and it's coming from the back of the bus.
I don't like
That's
inside.
so scary.
I don't like
And you
that.
look over and you clearly see, sitting in one of the seats, is a tall, skinny man with dark skin. His hair is pulled into this, like, again, very, very stylish. Oh, I forgot the name of the twists. His hair is in twists. And
Oh, sick.
you see his hero costume, which we haven't talked about that much, but it is this sort of vibrant fuchsia color. Almost has like a Captain EO sort of like spaceman sort of
Let's
effect.
go.
And you see sitting there whistling a jaunty tune your good friend Porter.
Hey, best friend.
Hey, Porter!
Hey,
I
baby.
was so scared coming on the bus, and then it was you, and I was like, "That's not as scary. That's not scary. It's my friend."
Oh, BB, I'm flattered, but you should still be scared if you want this. And he looks at his thumb, and you see the silver hero token, and he flips it really quick and grabs
Oh,
it. And in the
fuck.
moment that he grabs it, he teleports away. And that is where we will pick up next time.
No, I need that token. I was so excited to see my friend.
So, you have seemingly found the 6-point token.
Oh,
The question is-
Oh.
boy.
Can you track it down?
Oh,
Oh.
Porter,
This
I'm gonna
is
have to kill you. No.
a task for me for sure.
Yeah, you gotta find our
Surprise.
boy.
Just because you're not in the game doesn't mean you're not in the game.
It's so nice to see Porter. We haven't seen Porter in a scene in so long.
And his hero costume is really, really cool.
Yeah, his hero
Guys,
costume
this is
sick
super
as hell.
fun. I can't wait. So we are not going to bounce back to the Legends team for this next episode. We are going to do part 2 of this and
Yes.
then go to their team tournament as
Yes,
well,
Sounds good.
which will more than likely take 2 parts as well.
Mhm.
So I hope we had fun. I thought
That was
was
so
fun.
fun.
I
Yeah,
was having so much
Tournament
fun.
arc
I love
is-
combat now
Oh.
that we've sort of ironed out some of more of the kinks.
yeah.
I love that we're
with the unit
winning.
Points, it went. well. Yeah, got Earhart back, who I love. Shout out to people who
Yeah,
watched the
she's so
Halloween
sick.
game.
Yeah.
Watch the Halloween
He
game.
fucked me up. I
So-
have a bone to pick in the meta.
So, do we think the rest of the bosses are her team, or could they be all new heroes?
I think they could be. I swear to fucking God, if one of them is Red Queen, I will shit myself.
I don't know who that is, but BB probably does.
It's Tonitrus's second year. It's like the one person that everyone's like, she's the one person who could probably beat Helix's butt.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Damn.
Interesting you should mention Red Queen. Anyway, so
Ah!
We're gonna get our asses beat.
that means nothing.
Yeah.
Actually,
gotta-
it does.
We gotta
Oh.
get the 6-point token.
If you watch the show, you know. You know.
Anyways.
Anyways, this was super fun. It's everything I dreamed it would be. I've been waiting to do Tournament Arc forever. and-
Yay.
Oh, I'm so happy. As always, thank you for joining us. I hope you'll be here next time for the next phase of this, because it's only going to get crazier. Until next time, I'll keep it super. Bye.
Bye.